Hello everybody, how is it going? And welcome to the stream. Let's make sure you can hear me good. Yeah, it looks like it. Don't need that music on. So today we are playing some city skylines. We played on Monday and we started a new city and it started off pretty cool. So we're pretty much just going to continue working on that city. The plan for today is to sort of build a farming industry area with using the industry DLC farming as well as some generic farming. We want to move it all from where we started it originally, and I also want to do sort of a strip mall commercial district and a wind farm. So those are the plans for today. So we will go ahead and get started. Let me switch over to the gaming stream. So we are here in City Skylines, which I will let you know it does get a little laggy sometimes when I switch between touching OBS and touching the game. So if you're seeing lag, it's probably me, just so you know. So we are in the game, and I did download a few mods between Monday stream and now. Just some kind of things I thought would help make the game a little bit funner. So what I have is I got node controller as well as intersection marking tool. So you can see here I went in and did some just like intersection marking as well as node controller stuff. I also downloaded, let's see, what did I get? We got node controller, inner marking, I got roundabout builder, tree brush mod because originally I did not have tree brush. Do I have it now? Yes. Yes, I think I just gotta like page up, page down. Not sure. There's a way to do it, but anyway, so this is like a random tree brush mod. You select all the trees you want and it will like randomly place them, which is kind of cool. And then I also downloaded just some assets. So we got some buildings, mostly commercial stuff. I got a whole bunch of intersections. If I go in here, I downloaded all of the, there's this one guy who makes like a whole bunch of intersections. And I downloaded all of his. I think it's Timbo. Is that what it is? Is it Timbo? Yeah, Timbo. I went and downloaded his entire collection of intersections just because I thought it would be helpful for the future. So the plan for today, we don't really have much demand for people, so we're not going to really focus on like suburban stuff today. The plan is to take all of this industry and pretty much get it out of there, and we want to move it sort of over here in this area. I have two kind of country highway roads here that are kind of head off in this direction, and I want to have just regular industry as well as the farming DLC or industry DLC farming. Oh my god, excuse me. Farming, what is it? Industry DLC farming industry. Geez, that was a tongue twister. All up in this area, because if we look at the resources, this is super fertile land. Very, very, very fertile land. So we can probably do, hectares. Look at that, 182. That's a lot. So we can probably get some really cool farmlands in over here. And then as for other industries, I think we'll probably do, like, I want to do like some sort of like oil industry thing down here. When we move down to this direction, sort of like a downtown sort of slummy area. I kind of want to do that over here, and then maybe we can make sort of like some lower income housing kind of area, a little bit more less maintenance and stuff like that kind of area over here, and maybe like a train yard and stuff like that. I think we could probably do a tree farm over here. That would be kind of cool. And then I definitely want to have like a huge oil field over here, like a big oil refinery sort of over there. And then something with ore. I mean, we have like over there, but like we also have over here. We also might be able to put another farming industry sort of on the other side of the river. But anyway, sorry, over planning. We're going to focus on this farming district today. And I did already sketch it out just so that we knew sort of the area that we were working with. And sort of, we're going to go ahead and get started on that. I want to start with the industry. So I did download some assets. I'm not quite sure where they would be. I downloaded some like farmland what do you call it, like farmland plots like you can put down that are like not actual farmlands, but they're just kind of like for show. I downloaded some, not quite sure where there would be. Oh, we got some cool stuff in here. We got a football club, city plaza. What is this? Bunch of stores. Yeah, I downloaded so much stuff between, so I haven't actually gotten a chance to look at everything. So sorry. Oh, I guess we got a golf course. I don't know when we did that, but I got a golf course. So yeah. Oh, we got like looks like a cemetery kind of thing. Some other parks. Maybe it's in here. No, what is this? So that is all that. National park props and park maintenance. So no, I guess it's gonna be maybe in the industry tab. So that's trash. That's forestry and farming. I'm not sure where I put those, where they went, but I know I downloaded them. Maybe we'll just have to kind of come across them at some point. Because like they're in here somewhere. I downloaded them. But I'm just like, maybe it's in Rico's. You think it's probably in Rico's? No, actually it's not. Who knows? We'll come across it. So what we're going to do, we have some of these warehouses, which might be cool. I guess the first thing we need to do is I really want these roads to be sort of curvy and winding. So I'm going to back this up. And I want to start more sort of on this edge here. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to have some areas for like housing. I think we're going to have like a really small like rural housing area over here. So I think the first thing we need to do is these interchanges don't have like pictures on them. I wonder if we have like a small interchange. No, something like really small. Maybe we'll just have to do something kind of on our own. So what we'll probably do is we'll have this sort of, what is this called? It's called the National Road. Yeah, I think we'll stick with this National Road for now. I'm just going to kind of swing it around. We can't place things. There's no grid on this. So I think what we'll do, let's kind of bring it like this way a little bit. I want to kind of curve it. I think I want to do some like farms like on either side of that. And then we'll kind of change into a 2-lane, not highway, but let's change into like a 2-lane road. Let's just do this basic one right here. We'll do something like this. So that's sort of where our like actual ploppable industry will start. And then maybe we'll have it just kind of go straight off this way first. We'll go like a couple blocks that way. A nice straight road. And I don't want to use... So what I'm thinking is... Ooh, here's a cool idea. If we sort of use this main road there, and then we use sort of like... there's the unpaved road, but there's also just the dirt road. Do we want to use like the dirt roads for the industry? That might... I mean, for the areas that we're actually going to be building in. So let's try that. And then I think we'll also... let's also do one sort of... Let me find like a nice spot. So this curve goes around here to right about there. I think we'll do like a block there, and then it goes around to like there, and we'll do something like that. We'll just kind of have these roads that kind of just go off like that, and then maybe they'll kind of like meander back here. But I know that I want like farming sort of in here, and then maybe we'll have like a farm in here. Let's actually make this one sort of more kind of like this direction. Yeah, let's do something like that. And then what I want to do is go in and get our asymmetrical roads like this. And I want to upgrade these ones. So there's a turning lane to go in there like that. And we can adjust that actually a little bit with the node controller. So we'll do that. Just want to try and pre-plan for some traffic. So if we take the node controller and we go in here, what we might be able to do is, can we like shift, yeah, like want to shift this over so these roads are like straight. I mean like straight, you know what I mean? Like roughly. If we do something like that. So like this road kind of goes straight across. I think what we need to do is let's go into traffic manager. Not traffic manager. We need to go into the detail line drawing. And what we'll do is we should be able to turn off crosswalks. Or is that in node controller? I think that's in node controller. Nope, not that. I thought we could turn those off, but I guess not. That sucks. But I guess we can allow people to walk through here. I really would like to turn off crossings. I know I can do this, but that doesn't turn off like the visual crossing. So that's just kind of like, whatever. We'll just kind of ignore that. We'll let that do its thing. I really want to get rid of these crossings. I don't like how there's so many in this area. I really want this to be sort of like a highway kind of road thing. We have Maple Drive and Maple Street. Let me see if I can adjust this. Yeah, I don't want that to be like different roads. That sucks. Well, I guess what we can do is sort of go in here to this like one-way road here. We can start upgrading like these ones. Oops. Cannot upgrade this type. Oh, it already is. So, okay, let's do that. And then I'm going to go back in here and do that again. So basically we have like dedicated turning lanes is just kind of what I was thinking. So we also have this road over here, which means we can kind of have like 2 feeder roads, which might help. I think it would be better. Oh, I unpaused the game. I'm going to keep it paused just for now. I think it would be better if we kind of keep traffic split, more so on this road though, just because less people are using that. So what I'm gonna do is grab the freeform tool, and I'm just gonna kind of continue this national road, sort of like, we'll do something like this. We might need to back it up a bit. National Road. Go there. Do something like that. There we go. So this National Road kind of just like goes out and whatever, but there's 2 different ways to get there. And we're going to kind of keep everything on this side, I think. So what we're going to do first is let's go into industry and see what we need. So the first thing we need to do is place down this farming house, and then we'll also have the workers' barracks, maintenance building. Okay, so let's put this building. Let's go a little bit further back from the road. So I think we're gonna go up a little bit here and do something like this. And I think we'll put it on that road. There we go. Okay, so now we have these crop fields and a silo. So now what I want to do is use these crop fields. These silos are sort of like storage units. So what I think we'll basically do is, I don't want this overlay. There we go. We don't need the overlay. Do we have to use the overlay? I guess so. I don't really want to use it. I'll just kind of place a few of these down here for now. And then we also have the animal pastures, which we'll put the animal pasture over here for now. Oop, I actually want to move that. Must be along a roadside. There, I want it like that. And I'll put another one across from it actually. And then, is that the only two that we have? So what did I place over here? Trees, right? Those are tree farms. Fruit, small fruit houses. Right now they're set as greenhouses. Let's set them as like apples, and then that should work. We'll just do apples. I don't want the greenhouses. And then we're just going to use these regular crop fields over here, I think. And I'm going to move this road sort of back a little bit, just like we did the other one. So we'll do like, oops. Let me do it with the curve tool. I want to kind of curve it back. Let's make it go straight just a little bit. Sort of like that, and then we'll curve it down. Can we just go straight into that road? No, because we put the stupid thing there. But if I move it, can we straighten that out? That's pretty straight to me. And that will be like a big farm field. We'll basically do that. And then I'm going to have this sort of go up as well. We'll have it go sort of up like this way, this way. Yeah, we'll have it do that. And then I'm going to have this go sort of straight up this way. And then we'll do some curves kind of this way. Yeah, we'll just have it kind of go into that. I like that. So it's sort of all interconnected, but very, very kind of loose and wild. And we'll basically like fill these in as farmlands. So what I think we're going to do is I'll have this little kind of section be the trees. So we'll fill this one in with trees. We'll fill this one in with sort of just not plantation. What is it called? Just regular farm field. What do they call it in this? Crop field. That's what it is, crop field. So this will be all crop field, and I can just kind of put a few in there like that, and maybe a couple over here. I'm going to use the Move It mod to just kind of like line these up a bit. Yeah, something like that. And then, so this will be a crop field, and then this is sort of like the animal area. We'll kind of put them back, maybe back here. And I'll leave some space in between them because I know we can put like the meat processing plant there. So we'll do that. And we also do have like warehouses and stuff, which we do need to put some silos. Because I'm pretty sure that's where they store grain. A simple grain silo is used for storing raw stuff. So yeah, so we're going to have some silos. Let's put like one over here, and we want to spread them out. Otherwise, we will get a lot of clustered traffic. So I'm going to make sure those are sort of like alternating sides of the road. And then over here, we'll have like one here and one here. So those will be nice and spread out. Now, what we need is, let's look at some of this. So what do we have here? A warehouse yard, small warehouse, medium warehouse, and then these are the unique factories. So let's get like a medium warehouse, and I think we'll kind of put it over here near that building. And we'll say balance, let's store, what are we producing here? Cotton. Yeah, can we say like potatoes maybe? I guess we'll just put like flour. I guess it just produces flour. Flour is produced by flour mills. Do we get a flour mill in here eventually? Let's see. Barracks, maintenance. These are some larger fields. This is a flour mill, which we will get at farming level 2. So for now, we can turn this off. We don't need it. So we have this sort of working for us. Do we have any unique factories yet? Okay, cool. So we should be able to sort of get this working. Power is going to be a problem. That is fine. Let's go through here. I want to have this power line sort of follow this road. I think that'd be kind of cool. Because I don't want any... we're not going to build anything on those roads. We'll do that. Very rural kind of style. Because we're going to have the windmill farm sort of over here as well. So let's go ahead and put a couple windmills. We have enough money to kind of get some in here. I think what we're going to do for that is I'm going to use some roads to sort of make sure that they're kind of like in a nice straight row. So let me get like this road in, and I can get rid of this one for now. And we're just going to kind of use this to help us place sort of the windmill, because I think we're going to do like one in every one of those little dots there. So like this will go across here. I'm just going to basically draw a grid, which I'm going to turn on anarchy and just sort of build through. It'll be fine, because we are going to delete this. I think we might leave the horizontal roads, now that I think about it, sort of as like maintenance roads. That might be kind of cool. So we'll do that. That's somewhat of a grid pattern, not bad. And now we'll go in here with these, and we're basically just going to plop them sort of in this area like this to kind of give us like a windmill farm. And then what I want to do is move these ones over. Like that. It's probably more efficient if we stagger them, isn't it? Well, let me put these in really quick, and then I'll stagger them. Instead of doing them like on a perfect grid, maybe if we sort of do like more of a checkered pattern. So, let's see, move this one. So we won't have one there, we won't have that one, we'll have one here. Get rid of this one, won't have one, we'll have one here. Get rid of this one, we won't have one, we won't have one, and we'll have one here. So this one, we won't have one, we'll have one. We won't have one, we will have one. So pretty much we just need to like checker pattern this. And I think that will look kind of cool. Let me do this one over here. And this one will go here. This one will go here. Do we have any more? Okay, so we just need to buy a few more. I'll just go ahead and get them. So we'll have like one here, here, and here. So that's like our windmill farm. It's kind of cool. Kind of like that. And basically, can we get rid of these? We might be able to. Let me just get rid of them and we'll see how much. Sort of get rid of all this too. There we go. We can sort of do like one big nice like electric kind of thing. So this is our electrical farm. And what we can do is, let's see. So the road, I think what we'll do, I'll get rid of these sort of vertical ones. Like that. We'll kind of have those for like maintenance, sort of the idea there. So I'll keep those there, and I'll keep them dirt, and then what we'll have is this country road, national road, sort of kind of skate around it. Let's use the freeform. So we'll kind of go like this way. Something like that. Why is that a one-way road? I'm not sure. We'll do that. So it kind of goes around our little windmill farm. Yeah, I like that. It's very cute. And now what we can do is power connected. So let's run some power cables. And I think what we'll do is sort of run them... kind of want to run them like down these roads. Do something like that. Like double power lines. To sort of insinuate like that's where the power is like collected. We'll do that, and then I think we'll have like that connect there and kind of go out. We'll have that connect there, and maybe we'll have it come out and like down. Do something like that. It's like all this power is collected and brought into this little power line here. And then we can have this power line sort of skate down the national road. Like that. And then... like that. How low are those power lines? They're a little low. But I think we can like lift them. So if we go in here, go page up. There we go. So they're just like a little bit higher for that road there. But then now we have like all that power coming from there. I like that. And then this power can just connect up here. And then maybe what we can do is sort of move these around to help connect the power. So I think if we move this one like here and move this one like here, we should see the power connecting. So the power connects these all together. Excellent. So we can probably move this one sort of like over here, and that should be connected. Yes, so that is connected there. And then we just need like something to connect, because these are all connected. We just need like something sort of in this middle area that will kind of bring them all together. And let me see, what could we put there? Maybe we could put another silo. I kind of don't want something like that this close to the thing. Maybe we can put some services. Yeah, let's do some services. So we have this rural firehouse. Maybe we can kind of squeeze that in here, like that. Will that connect all that power up? Yeah, so that should all be powered now. We have this cute little rural fireplace, a firehouse. I think it only has like 2 fire trucks, but it'll kind of help with this area to make sure like we're getting fire protection. And then do we have like a rural police station maybe? I did not oh, that's fire. Sorry. Police. I don't think... oh, what is this? Yes, French pharmacy, that might work. We can kind of put that in here. Maybe they're like working together. Okay, let's unpause the game. Power is going to be like, ooh, what? For a second. But let's see what happens. So are we producing enough power? Just enough. That's fine, because we can always extend this wind farm. I also think we're using like our highest budget right now. So average traffic flow, that's not what I want to look at. Sorry. So we're producing 120 megawatts, but we're using 100. So right now we're like okay, but we're probably going to need to put in like another row of these. So let me go in here. What I'm going to do is we're going to get our dirt roads. And I'm going to, let's plop it from here. We'll go out one, sort of across. Maybe we'll go out like another one, like this, and then they sort of come up to like here. Do something like that. Yeah, I like that. And then what I'm gonna have to pause, because we're gonna have to move these power lines. I'm gonna move them, because we're gonna come in here with these and sort of place a couple more like that. So we'll need power lines that go straight down like this. Distance too short. There we go. We can anarchy that in. And then maybe we can have this sort of go like, do something like that and kind of come across here. Because I did want this to sort of skate across this road. So maybe if we have it kind of go like down a little bit, we can just like do that. So that should give us a bunch more power. Yeah, so now we're producing 150 megawatts of power, and that should be enough. Now we have this really cute little sort of wind farm here. And what we might be able to do is sort of connect this up to this highway. Do that. And we'll do this. Yeah, and I'll get rid of that. We'll do something like that. Actually, let me just get rid of this one. Yeah. Do that. So we sort of have this wind farm here, and then we can connect it up to this main road, I think, like that, and we'll connect it up here like that. So now cars can go in there, and then maybe we can sort of put some like industrial sort of things down there. But that is our wind farm. I think it's kind of cool if you come over here. Can like see it in the distance. Yes, water. Let's not forget water. All these people are gonna need water. So let me throw in some pipes over here. I'll just kind of do like a big grid system. Do something like that. And then for the water, we don't have enough money. Okay. Well, what I think we're going to do is connect this water tower up when we do get enough money. Because I think that would make more sense out here. Kind of having like a water tower for people to get their water. And then when it comes to disposing of the water, I think we'll get a water treatment facility, inland water treatment. I guess we'll get one in here. And we can put that sort of over here. Let's do that. So it's like insinuated that it's sort of working with the, we are losing a lot of money. Why is that? Oh, they don't have power. That's why. That is... Let's reject and then we'll pause. It's because these guys don't have power. I should have took the bailout. Why didn't I take that? What we can do instead is let's use the move it mod. We're just gonna move this park over here. And that should connect up the power. So if we press play, that will all get power. We should start making good money again. We'll just kind of have to give it a sec to sort of work itself out. Yes, I know you guys need water sewage, but we just need to wait until we're making money again. There we go. So now we're making money again. Crisis averted. We'll just need to wait until we can connect this up. Which actually, we can't move it, can we? Because we can't afford to move it. No, we're just going to have to wait, and that's fine. We're making money. We're making about $5,000 a click. Yeah, I know. We're getting there. We're getting there. We just have to wait. We do have some commercial demand as well as industry demand. So what I think I'm going to do is kind of plop in some industries in here, which is kind of what I wanted to do. We'll do something like this, kind of plop a few small little industries in. I think I'll use this fill tool and we'll just kind of go around and plop some small little buildings in. Do something like that. Here, here, and here. Just so we're getting a few little industries. Okay, we have money again. So we'll do that. Everybody here should have water. Why aren't we having water? It's because we don't have electricity. Oh, the water tower doesn't have electricity. So let's plop in something. Okay, hopefully somebody will build there. Because as soon as somebody builds here, it will connect up the power. I didn't even think about that. Please build here. Please. In one of these places, any of them. They've built in almost all of these other spots. We just need... Oh, perfect. That will connect up that power. I will get rid of these. And we can put another shop over here. Not shop, but industry. Okay, so now we should be functioning again. Great. So now we just need to look at this area and see how it's doing. We do need more workers. Are we not having enough workers because we don't have enough spaces? So... Overeducated workers. We have 55 overeducated people. That's fine. What we can do then is let's go over here. And I think what we're going to do is sort of throw in some really small little houses. We won't use dirt roads. I'm going to use these like suburban roads here. I think we'll do like a little neighborhood. Kind of like over here maybe. So we'll kind of have like a road that kind of goes out. And then we will use the freeform tool to just kind of give us some wiggles. Do something like that. Connect it back down, so that's good. And then we can just kind of have some like basically cul-de-sacs sort of shoot off here. Just kind of have some cul-de-sacs basically. Do that. We'll have another one here and another one here. Okay, and then we'll just kind of fill this in with some small houses. Like that. Put some there. Just want some little houses. Do that. Make sure we get on these outer roads here. Let me actually not do like right there. Yes, you guys need water. I'm well aware. Okay, so let's get some water pipes out here for them. like that. And we'll connect this up to those main pipes there. So this is like a really small little district, and they are going to need power, which we can connect them up right there. Ta-da! And we can make this a little district. There we go. And I'm gonna go. Awesome! So Spruce Orchard is now level 2, which means we can get the flour mill and the bakery. Awesome. But what I really want to do just before we go and do all that, I'm going to go into Wood Square. We're going to get some policies on that. I want to make it a schools out policy, which I'm pretty sure students will prefer working over education. Yeah, we're going to do that basically so that these houses here will basically have a preference to work in the farming industry, because how many people live over here right now? Population 220. Yeah, that sounds about right. So that should be more than enough people right now to sort of work in our little farming industry. Cool. So let's go in here and let's do some upgrades on our farming industry. So now we have the bakery, which will take it will take animal product, crops, and flour and turn it into baked goods. So now what we need to do is go in here and we need to add some barracks. We'll put some barracks sort of over here. Actually, let me actually do something kind of cool with the barracks. We're going to use this road here, and we're going to kind of go off here where that main road is. I think we'll kind of go out to like there, and then I want to do sort of like a 45-degree road. That works. Go like there. Yeah, let's do that. I want it to snap to that one. And then we'll pull this out just a little bit more and build another one sort of up here. There. So we'll have like this little road here, and then we can put the barracks sort of on there. So we'll put the barracks like that. And then we'll put some parking sort of on the other side. Let me actually pull this out just a little bit. Like that. I want to get some more barracks in here. Yeah, that works. Little houses. And then I'm going to grab some parking lots. I want to put some parking lots on the other side, which we have them in our parks tab. We have a ton of parking lots now. What is this? Cross jumps? Don't know what that is. Concrete. Parking. Here we go. So what is this? Waterfront walkway. Parking. These ones aren't going to work right because we need them to snap to the front as opposed to the side. So we go past all these. And look at some other parking lots that we have. So that does the same thing. Parking. I thought I downloaded like a whole bunch of parking, but I guess not. Can I go in here? Rico's. And is there parking in here? Self-sufficient homes, IT cluster, tourism. I thought I had a bunch of parking. What is this? Chicken barn. Chicken barn. Chicken barn's gonna go back here. There we go. These people are sick. Why are they sick? Is it because they don't have healthcare out here? Let me grab some healthcare and we'll provide them with like a little clinic. Let's put like a little clinic out here for them. And then maybe we can connect them up. It's kind of a far drive for them. But it is supposed to be sort of a rural area. Yeah, we have tons of health care coming out here. Does it say why they're sick? No. Citizens are sick. Make sure their drinking water is not polluted. Interesting. Oh no. Yes. How do we look at pollution on here? That's noise pollution. So their drinking water is polluted. It's right there. So let's actually move that over here towards them. And that should fix that problem. Because they totally were drinking poopy water. So there we go. So that should help them. Let me slow the game down. There's no reason for it to be going so fast. So that will help them with that. And then let's go find our parking lots. Which what we can probably do. Here's what I'm going to do. Let's go grab those parking lots that don't really fit right. Just because of their shape. What is this? Gas station. It's kind of cool. So here, I think we're going to do the 8 parking. Yeah, we're basically, I'm going to snap them on here really quick, and then I'm just going to use the Move It mod and rotate them. Like that. Just so that these guys have parking for their little houses. Like that. This is probably going to need another one. Because they do have a lot of houses. Let me duplicate that. I just kind of plop those down and we can move them. Oopsie. Let me try and line these up like that, so we have plenty of parking. Just something like that. There we go. So now they have parking. Excellent. And then what I think is what we'll do is I'll look into these services, which they have healthcare right there. We have fire coverage is good enough. We have police coverage. I guess we can kind of put in some police coverage there. Does that cover most of that area? Yeah, it covers most of that area. Yeah, I think that should be fine. Education. So I don't think we're gonna worry about education since we sort of want them to be, oh, cool. This has a capacity for 50 students. A church. Interesting. We want it to be a really small sort of area, that's focused more on working in the farm. We might just do an elementary school, but I think that's about it. Do we have like a super rural, elementary school? So that says rural, but it allows 200 students. Definitely want something that's like 1 story. That's 800 students. 300. Want a really small school. State library. So I thought this one is probably our best bet just because it is the smallest. Or is this one smaller? This one is 80. Yeah, let's go with this one. We're going to put the school right there. Yeah, so that's their little education. So that's for them. And then they have all the other services that are basically over here for them. And transportation. Ooh, do we want to start getting into transportation? I think we want to be able to provide those people with the ability to travel to work. I do want to move a lot of this industry over, and we have a huge demand for commercial and stuff now. Let's see. What is the problem here? We're having trouble with trash pickup. How is our trash pickup situation? I think it's like we're just not close. So I'm gonna like come over here. We're gonna put like a little trash pickup there and a little trash pickup. I want to do one like here, sort of like for the barracks. Like that's their like trash collection, you know, like apartment complexes have like little dumpster collections. So we'll do that, and that will work for this whole area. I think that will work pretty good. So let's look at, so traffic is doing okay. That's fine. We need to look at what we need now for the farming industry. So we need to put in a flour mill. Where do we want to put the flour mill? I think we're putting crops sort of in this section. So I think I'm going to put the flour mill sort of over here. Nice big industry there. A cattle shed, that needs to go over here. Can probably fit 2 in right there nicely. Those are expensive. And that should be fine. Maybe we'll need to put in a few more small crop fields. Put a few in over here. We do not have enough money for this. That's fine. So we'll do that. So some more crop fields. And then maybe we can turn this on now. So that's going to collect flour, which I think flour comes from this. It takes crops, it turns it into flour. We don't have any workers there though, which is a problem. How many? So let's not call this Spruce Orchard since it is a farming industry. Let's call it Emerald Fields. Let's call it Emerald Fields. I feel like that makes more sense. Emerald is my cat's name. So that works. And Reginald Springs, which is what the name of the city is my other cat's name. So, okay, so Emerald Fields. It's not making money just yet. We still need a lot of workers. So that's probably why we have this huge industry demand. Did my game just freeze? Oh, yeah, we're having an autosave. So we have a huge industry demand. I mean, residential demand. So I think what we'll do is build another small section of that rural housing, and then I want to move over to the other area. Let's do some housing sort of over here. So we have that. I want to do it like over here so that they're kind of close to the school and services as well. So let's do those. That's where it's going to connect. And then we'll just kind of do some little wiggly road here. I don't want to get too close to that pollution. And then we're going to go in here with some basically cul-de-sac roads. Like that. Should be fine. And then we're going to go in with our residential painting. And I want to make sure we get some small houses in these areas. So we'll just do this like that. And then we're going to kind of click down this road. Now I want to do sort of a trailer park. What is it called? A trailer park theme, but I don't think I have one just yet, like ready to go. So I'm just gonna put those there so people will move in across from there, and they will still have the school available for them. Yes, those 80 students, and then we're gonna also include them in this district. So let's get this district kind of over here as well, Wood Square. which we'll call this Emerald Estates, I think we'll call it. So like that's like the people that live here work in emerald fields. So I think that works pretty well. I like that. And then what I kind of want to do, so it's starting to become nighttime, I want to sort of do something with these crops to kind of do a little bit more interesting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move these ones over here temporarily. And then I want to make some roads that sort of go through here that these can connect to. So how big are these? They are just under a block long. So we go out here, it's about 180. About 180. So what we're going to do is turn off all snapping except for angles. And I want to try and get these to 180. So if we do a road across here, that's only 140. So it's actually too small. So we need to go like to here. Is that 180? Uh-huh. So that should fit some farms in there. And then we need this to go to 180. Oh, cool. Reginald Fields is now level 3. Awesome. So now we have the lemonade factory, the milking parlor, and some bigger crop fields, which is perfect because we are literally putting some in right now. So basically I want to put these over here. I'm going to put them in the road for now. We are going to move them, or move the roads. So we're going to do something like this. Like that. And then we're going to go into roads. Let me pause the game since we're doing some construction here. So what is this? This is industry. I can bulldoze that. I think those are both industry. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is... let me go into industry and grab another one of these fields. I'll put it like there. That works. And what are these? These ones are potatoes. These ones are cotton. I'm going to do potatoes over here. So let's turn all these to potatoes, just so they look the same. Okay, and now we're going to take the road, and it's going to go... we can do snapping now. I want it to snap just behind this. I don't need road guides. I want it to kind of go back behind this. Have it connect to that. I'll have this connect up like that. So that is sort of that section of farmland there. And then what I'm going to do is we'll move these silos. I want to move them sort of on the edges if we can. We can put them back here. Let's put these silos back here. Like that. So why is that messed up? That's a little weird. Let me kind of have this go. There we go. So that should fit there nicely. Awesome. And then what we can do is put some farming industry in here, which I'm going to select these areas, but then we want to do a district. We do a district sort of in this area. We'll do a district like right here, basically. And I'm going to say like that is farming specialization. Can we do that? Hickory Hills. And I'm going to change that to... I'm just going to do this. Because we don't need it to have a name. I just need it to be a farming area. It's not like a district like that. It's just to regulate the industry. So I will have some farming specialization there. And then what we can do is let's take this flour mill and move it actually in the back here. It's going to cost us money to move that. Okay, well, we can unpause the game for now because everything is connected up just good. So we should still be making money. And we need how much to move this? We need about $3 grand, which we're about to have. So let me move this there. ground is a little messed up. Oh, water is messed up. What is wrong with the water? Are we just not... Oh, they just literally don't have any pipes. Okay, so let me squeeze a pipe in here for them. So they should all be getting water. And they are in that district that specializes in the... that specializes in farming as well. So cool, we have a lot of movement going on here. Oh cool, we got some farms moving in. Now what I want to do is, what is this? Is this industry? So I'm going to bulldoze that. Let me pause that and get rid of that. So now what I'm going to do is I want to put some more field crops in here, but we're going to want to get the bigger ones. Not enough money. How much does it cost? 8 grand. Ooh, okay. That's fine. And then, so how much space does that need? That will go there, and it will have 5 in the middle, which this takes up 4. That's annoying. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we'll fix this road then while we wait to make some money. And this is basically going to go to that point there. And then I guess what we'll do, I kind of want to have a road that goes like across here. Will that be able to fit one of these large fields in? They might overlap. I think that's fine. We'll have them overlap and we'll do that there. So this can connect up like that. And then we can connect this up with a nice little curve like that. So now we can play the game. And industry, I'm going to leave this whole middle area open, and I'm basically just going to say like we can have some little shops in here. I'm going to make them kind of small, and then maybe we'll do like a couple larger sizes like that, just generally to kind of keep some more smaller shops in. Something like that. See who shows up. It's probably going to mostly be like billboards and stuff, but that's fine. So it is nighttime. Is okay. Our city's looking awesome. We have some abandoned buildings over here. Cause no water. What's going on with the water? Are we just not producing enough water? Water. Water. Is it just not reaching over here? Maybe that's just what it is. It's just not reaching over here. So can I put that there for now to see if that helps them? Because we're producing enough water, but it's just not, it just wasn't reaching them. So let me bulldoze this abandoned building. I'm assuming that they abandoned because of water. There was no water. Yeah, that's fine. They will rebuild. They will rebuild. So let's see what's going on over here. Is that industry filling out? It is not. So let's slowly start getting rid of some industry over here. And I guess we can start with like this strip. Bye. And then we'll have them basically kind of move over in this area. And I like that idea. These barracks are really cool. So let's put in some trees because, geez, it is barren over here. So what I'm going to do is select this. So we have like, we can select like some trees like this. And basically it'll randomize them for me. I guess that small bush is not necessary. And I'll just kind of place them in here. Just to kind of give the barracks some privacy so people feel like it's like a nice home to live in. I do not have the tree brush. Probably should invest in that, huh? But I kind of like the idea of being able to place these sort of myself. So that will kind of fill that in, give them a little bit more we kind of just want them to feel a little bit more secluded, which is a thing that suburban neighborhoods will do, is like they have a lot of curvy roads and trees around them, so basically you don't ever actually see outside of the neighborhood. It's sort of like a safety thing that people like, so they'll like make sure to include that. So we'll just do that. There we go. So now it's sort of more cozy, kind of hidden away for them. Maybe we'll include like a park for them. Let's get a dog park. Love some dog parks. Let me just get past all this parking. There we go. The dog park. Where is that? Small playground. Dog park. And let's put the dog park here. That way they can get some dog parks in. And I think the sun is coming up. It is. The night is almost over. We'll actually be able to see. Hello. Helps keep people calm and stop them from freaking out. We need more trees. Yes, that's what I'm saying. That is absolutely what I'm saying. Although the problem is I don't have the tree brush mod. So if I'm going to add trees, I have to place them one at a time. So I just added a few in here. We don't really want too many trees over here where the wind farm is. But in general, I think that kind of works. So how's industry? Ooh, so that is actually, we can actually get rid of that. Yeah, let's just get rid of that. Let me see. So we do have a bit of industry demand. We can probably come in here and get rid of another strip. Let's get rid of all these people who the water isn't reaching. Get rid of them. Yeah, let's do that. And then we'll basically have a higher industry demand, which I do want to move the industry sort of like in here. I think that'd be kind of a fun place to put it, don't you think? So let's do, so we have this road. We don't necessarily need like exits, but we sort of want, let's see, what do we want? I kind of want like actual like, to have like some like turning lanes. That's what they are, turning lanes. So what I think we're gonna do, so we have like this, then we can switch to like a 2-lane either way highway. Do something like that in this area. And then what we can do is take our regular roads, which I want to use the industry roads. Are these the industry roads? Small industry road. Which, how many lanes does this have? They don't really ever specify. Do we have like a larger industry road? What is this? Medium industry road. Let's stick with a small one. And basically what I'm going to do is like this. And like this. Which maybe we can sort of try and do like a one-way thing. Oh, cool. Emerald Fields is now at level 4, which we have the slaughterhouse. And we also have the clothes factory and some farm maintenance. Cool. A large barn and stuff like that. Awesome. If we were to do one way, I feel like having it go in this way would make more sense than having it go out this way so that they don't have to cross over to get into the industry. So let's do that, and then what I'll do is we'll go back in here to the highway and we'll get this lane road again. I'm going to upgrade these pieces, and then what we can go in and do is make sure that they are dedicated turning lanes. So that is to exit. Let me pause the game just so I can like see what's happening. We need asymmetrical roads. Here we go. Like that. People can turn out this way. People can turn out this way. Perfect. Yes. And then that asymmetrical road can continue this way. Like that. Yep. Because what we're going to do is over here, oops, this one, turning only is there, turning only, nope, straight on. So that one will go straight or they can turn, that one will go straight or they can turn. And then this one here is an exit. So we need to basically do some lane connectors to make sure they are going into the lanes that I want them to go into. So this one will go into the inside lane, this one will go to the outside lane, this one will go to the outside lane, and this one will go to the inside lane. That way everybody has sort of like their own lane. We don't have to see any chaos. So we'll do that. So these people can turn in, and then basically let's give them a little bit more space to merge. Can you get out of my face, please? Let's pull you a little over here. And I think what we'll do is continue this asymmetrical road just a little bit more so they have some room to merge. And then we'll keep this 2 lanes so they have some room, like if they want to come out and continue, or if they need to switch and rotate and all that kind of stuff. And then we'll do the same thing here, just to give them some time to turn into those roads. So cool. So now that is our roads there. And then I think what we can do now is actually change these up, since we wanted to do that, because originally I did it like this because I didn't know there was asymmetrical highway roads. So I'm gonna do this. We don't need to worry about that, which I guess I can do this. It's a little one. And we'll do asymmetrical here as well. Flip it though. So, because we have 2 lanes happening, so what we need to do is go in here to Traffic Manager, and we're gonna say you can only turn right. Let's do that. Let's say like only turn right. So basically, like, they'll have to turn in this way, or they can turn in this way. And if this side of the road needs to go over here, we'll have them do it up there. And if this side of the road needs to go here, we'll have them do it back here. Perfect. So let's go in here and we'll update this road to the asymmetrical, which that's fine. Yes, we'll do that. Sorry, I'm just kind of getting confused looking at it, but we're going to basically go in here and we're going to say you can't turn there. They'll have to turn back there. And that one is for turning in there. So that's how this side of the road gets into here, is up here. So this side, when they're coming in this way, they have to go this way, or else they can't get in. And then we'll basically make this like an exit road. Or no, we can do that. So this side of the road gets in here. This side goes in this way, that side goes in this way. So now this side of the road needs to go this way. They'll do that up here. So let's change that to asymmetrical. So if this side of the road wants to go to the left, they're going to do it here. Like that. Why did it do that? Is it a node or something? It is. I don't need it to be a node. Let me draw that myself. There we go. And I'm just going to flip this like that. So now, if these people on this side of the road, on the right side, need to go to the left, they're going to do it here. And then if the people on the right or the left need to go to the right, they're going to do it up here. So let's get the asymmetrical over here. So they're going to do that there. So here, that's for that turning. And then basically they'll just go straight here. So if people on this side of the road need to get in here, that means they'll have to go all the way down here. So people on this way go in this way. That's it. And then people on this side go in that way. So there's two ways to get in here from either side of the road. Now if we need to get on that side, that's either way that way. Okay, so what we can just do on this side, it's a little confusing, sorry, is we'll do... We need this one. Yeah, and we'll just have turning lanes for both. That way. And let me fix this. That is a turning only lane. There we go. So that should help spread out the traffic a little bit so like they kind of go in and out only certain spots. Kind of spread it out. And they can go this way. And then do we need to do turning lanes on this road as well? Let's might as well get it in. So I'll keep the asymmetrical. So that's a turning lane. Turning lane. So this needs to be 2 lanes. So there's a turning lane on either side. A turning lane on either side. A turning lane on either side. And then an asymmetrical. Like that. Perfect. And then let's just make sure that is a turning only lane. Perfect. That is a turning only lane. This is turning only as well as that one. Turning only. Turning only. Turning only. Here. Perfect. Cool. So it just makes it a little bit easier for traffic. And we should be able to unpause that. So those don't connect to anything. Cool. So now what we need to do is go get our industry road, which we were just using this one. So it's one way in and stuff like that. But now what we can do is let's grab this road, and I want to sort of build it like this. Let's get the straight roads, and I'm going to kind of build this out like a block or so, as well as over here. We'll do that. We'll have this go up a block. We'll have it go up a block here and one up here. So that sort of works. It's like a cute little sort of thing. And then maybe we can have this sort of go up a little bit, and we can have these ones sort of curve into this road. Oops, that was kind of ugly. Let's have it go kind of like that, like a funky little shape. That'll give us a ton of room for industry. And then let me just grab the gate, industry gate. I don't want any building on these roads. These are like just strictly meant for in and outs. We don't want anything there. Then what we're gonna do is I'm gonna make these roads here one way as well. Just so that like the traffic isn't so bad there. And then basically we can say like this one way in, you do that. It's like you either turn or you go straight. Yep. That seems like it might be a problem, but we'll see. Maybe we can put the heavier road in there. And then this one is leading out. So yeah, we'll just have to kind of let these both go in, but maybe we can do some lane mathematics and basically say like this one goes there, this one goes there, like just so we make sure that there's no like ooh, so we're gonna need a node in here, which I can actually do if we go into node controller. I can place one there. Ooh, I did not want it to place a crosswalk. Click to insert a crossing. press Control plus space to selection step over. Control and space. Can I undo that? Doesn't look like it. That sucks. I did not want that crosswalk there. I just kind of wanted a space for them to transfer, but it doesn't look like they can actually cross over. I don't know. Whatever. I'll leave it. So basically now they can get into those lanes and choose which way they need to go. Which I'm going to have to fix these a little bit. So this one's going to go here, and this one is going to go here, and that will sort of help with merging. They can switch lanes there to get into the one they need, and then this is basically just going to turn into, just kidding, this one is going to turn into this inside lane, and this one's going to turn into this inside lane. So they can switch there to kind of help them get into the lanes that they need to get into. I think what we'll do then is come in here, and we're going to grab the larger industry road. Which needs to be one way. We need a big one-way road. 4 lanes, one way. Bam. Do that. Yep, we'll do that. And basically, everybody will pick a lane. Like that. And then we'll go up and we'll have shops and stuff for people to go into and use. Maybe we can get some smaller roads, like sort of alleyway roads in here. And like get rid of, we can turn off squares on those roads. So let me do like, we'll do like a road there. And we can turn off all this except for the angle. We'll have that go in there. And then basically we can just make those outside lanes like turning only. So let's do that, and then I'm gonna go in with the industry fence, which this one will work. Basically just kind of do this. I think I'm going to turn off industry on that side as well. So cool, we have that, and then basically what we need to do is we'll go in here and we'll just kind of say like these 2 outside lanes are for turning only. And then if so these ones are for going straight only. Yeah, it's like that. So basically like what that leaves is this lane here. Like they pretty much have to go in and turn immediately, but they do have this node here to get out of that lane if they don't want to turn immediately, basically. So that should work. We can put a bunch of industry in there, and then what we'll do, it's basically just like a big kind of collector road, but we do have this outside road that allows for more sort of spreading. I can go and grab that smaller industry road, and I think what we'll do is sort of pull some industry roads out. We'll do like one there. And let me turn on road guidelines. I want this to snap there. I guess not. So grid. Guess not. I just want it to snap like that isn't right. That's better. Just do something sort of like that. It's like a weird thing, but that's fine. And so this should work for now. We should be able to move all of our industry over here, just our regular industry. So let's do that. And I'll just get rid of the small ones that I don't want. Like, I don't want these little ones. Like that. I'll get rid of this. Those are fine. I'll get rid of those. And these are probably going to be unnecessary, so we'll just get rid of those. We do need some services. Where are we going to want to put those? I guess we should decide that now. Let's put the services sort of on these curves here. So they're going to want... We're going to need emergency services, which we'll put a little rural one in. We're going to need fire or a police department, which we can put a little one in. They're going to need healthcare, which we can put in the little rural one. What is this? Rural clinic. Yeah, you can just throw that in like that. I'm going to use the movement mod to kind of adjust it. So there we go. We just have some small ones, and that'll sort of give us some area over here to work with. We'll put some pipes in like that. There we go. And we can connect them up like that. And then they should have enough water and stuff. And if not, we can put a water tower in here because that seems pretty safe. Okay, so now we have a new space for all of our industry to go in. Maybe we can squeeze in some commercial around here. So it looks like they might want like a few shops and stuff, or they might need some. So what we'll do, so let me go in here. Oh, this is gonna be a little annoying. I was gonna change these roads to sort of do that, but I think what we'll just do is put them sort of on these inside roads and just get a couple of shops in there for them. Just a few little shops like that. So they can shop at. And then in here, I don't think we'll put any shops in there really quick. So we're going to move all of our industry in here. And basically, I want to kind of go here and sort of fill in this area. Actually, do you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking, let me use the movement mod. I'm going to select all of this. We're not going to select trees. I said no trees. Okay. No props? Decals? There we go. I want to select all this. Actually, let me do this. Can I deselect? Oh, okay, no, I can't. So I'll select this. I can deselect. So let's deselect this road. I'm actually going to get rid of this because I have a better idea. Skeep. Let's do this instead. I'm going to grab our industry roads. Yeah, we'll just do the small industry road. I want these to go out to sort of this. Like that. And connect to here. So I'm just going to do that basically. And try and line these up so that the industry is sort of squished into each other very nicely. And then maybe what we'll do is sort of, so they turn in, so they turn out, they turn in, they turn out, they turn in. So let's do that. They turn out, they turn in. We'll do that, and then we'll kind of go through and fix this later. What I'm going to do right now, though, is go into highway, and I'm going to select 2-lane, 4-lane, and pretty much just upgrade all of this. Probably to right about there, which will mean we'll need to move this somewhere less dangerous. Here for now. And then basically I'm just going to do that with the highways. It's just kind of weave them in and out. So this one now needs to come out of here. that, and then we need to go in. I guess we just need to do all of them like that, and then I'll go through and switch them out. But this will basically be like a really huge industry area. And we can put some bigger services in. But I just think visually this will look better. We want you to connect straight on. That is not connected properly. We'll have to fix that. Go here. And here. Okay, so let's get these to connect a little better. What we're probably gonna have to do, is it because they're one-ways? I think so. Okay, so I'll just kind of connect these in at like this angle here. Yeah, that works. And then we'll upgrade the one-ways. So it goes in, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down, and it goes up. Like that. And then we're going to have this road over here. And we'll just have that. Okay, yeah. We'll do the big, large industry road here. And I'm going to upgrade this whole strip here to that. Oopsie. Okay, well, that does not need to be that. And this needs to be that one, and this needs to be that one. So perfect. So basically then what we can do on those roads there is basically say like, it's just a turning lane, just a turning lane. So people will turn out into the middle and then use the turning lane. So what we need to do now is move these power lines again. I had a feeling they were going to be a problem. And we can connect them up just like right there. So yeah, we'll just kind of go straight across to there. And then across, maybe we'll put like a building here to sort of work as like a transformer. So we'll do that. We don't need that. Just kidding, we do need that. That's the power to the whole city. So let's make sure that's actually in. We want to make sure the city is powered. This powers the farming area, and this powers the neighborhood, which actually we don't need this power cord now that they are connected. Connected like that. So we can just have that one there. Perfect, nice and clean. And we have all this space for industry. I like that. And what we can do is sort of start one strip at a time, and what I'll do then is put the services on like this back road here, because it looks like we're getting a little bit of service from the farming industry. So we'll just put the services over here, which I'm going to upgrade this road to the industry road right there, and we'll put the services kind of on that strip right there. So medical, where's our money? Oh, it's a hospital. Yeah, we're not going to place a hospital. Put medical there, a fire protection there, police department there. We don't need schools and stuff like that. And we'll also put a few parks in, I think, so that people can go and get like lunch and stuff. So what I think we'll do is we're going to put, because we do have some commercial demand, I think we'll put some commercial sort of on this back strip here. I'll just do like 3 squares. So like that road, people can kind of go there to like on their lunch break and stuff and get some food and whatnot. And then what we can do is go to parks, and we can put a few little parks there for them. So we have the small park, which actually fits perfectly in these little paths here. Do we have like a middle one? Yes, so that one is sort of like the middle. So we'll put that there. And we just need to kind of squeeze it over just a little bit, so there's not too many trees on the road, and we'll do that. So that's like a nice park for them to be able to go and kind of get lunch at, maybe hang around. And then we don't need playgrounds. We don't need that large park. Dog park, we don't need that. Japanese garden. Probably don't need a yoga garden either. Pony. We can put some parking lots. Let me put some parking lots down this, and that will basically work as like a nice, it looks a little weird, but it'll work as our park need. And then we do have a fountain. Oh, cool. Very cool. Where are these houses? Cleveland Double Rows. Interesting. Gas station. What is that? Ice cream parlor. So yeah, all that industry will get put in our, what is it called? Commercial. And what we're going to do really quick is I'm going to sort of clean these up. Make them a little bit more organized and straight. Okay. So I'm pretty much just going to kind of go up and down these roads. That works. There. Just a little bit. There. There we go. So now that is all covered with water pipes. And electricity, yeah, is definitely going to be connected. So then what we can do, now that we have a bunch of that moving in, we can sort of start putting in these blocks. And what I think I want to do is sort of keep like this first block sort of, or that first square sort of empty. D-zone. Yeah, we'll kind of keep that first square empty to help alleviate some of the traffic coming in. So yeah, so we're going to get some industry in there. And basically what we're just going to kind of do is come in here and take them out a little bit at a time, like that. And kind of move them over here. We do have some buildings that we need to move. So, oh yeah, we can move the Paradox Plaza over here. So let's move that over and we'll place it. Let's place the Paradox Plaza around the other side there. Got a nice thunderstorm going. These services, we'll just, I think we'll just get rid of them. We'll lose out on a little bit of money, but we don't need them right now. We can move the trash collection. Actually, let me look at the way the roads go. Which ones go out? So I think we'll put the trash collection. Actually, let's kind of give it like its own little road. I think that'd be kind of fun. Let's do like a little trash road here. Or should we do it over here? Yeah, let's put the trash road over here. I think that'd be kind of cool. So what we'll do is grab the dirt road. I do not want people doing that. That is not something I want them doing. So let me bulldoze that for now. I'm going to pull this square out to like here. Like that. And then we'll pull this down and connect. But what I want to do is do traffic restrictions and say no trucks. No trucks. Just emergency services. And also I don't know, pedestrians or taxis. We don't want any of that. We'll just do that. And then also we don't really need buses to go through there, do we? So we can turn off buses. Right? Is that public transport? Yeah, let's just undo that. So just emergency vehicles should be going through there. Sort of like a short entrance. And then we can take these. Let's move them over here. Now they'll be able to get to the city very quickly. Like that. And they need water, don't they? Mm-hmm. So we'll do that. And do we still have industry need? We do. So let's go ahead and fill out this block here. Like that. And then we can go and get rid of a block in here. Goodbye. And water treatment facility, which I do want to do like an actual like large water treatment facility, but right now we don't have the area for that. Oh my god, fire. Oh, big fire. Huge forest fire we have going on here. Are our little fire trucks working good? Yeah, they're trying. They are doing their best. We're gonna need the planes, but we don't have those. Oh yeah, they're just gonna keep burning. I have like one section of trees in my entire map and they are burnt to a crisp. Let me move this. Water tower, where do you want to go? Water tower, where do you want to go? Let's put you back here. And connect it up there. So that should be safe from pollution. Awesome. So that is filling out. Excellent. Is it just about filled out? It looks like it. We can go ahead and fill this one in. Go there as well. And we can get rid of another block here. And we'll go ahead and get rid of this one. So that industry is all gone. Goodbye. And we can get rid of these roads. Yep, and nobody should be coming this way anymore. There we go, and I'll just connect these up for U-turn purposes. Let's get a 3-lane highway. Ooh. Oh. We'll just do that. Yes, and I want a 3-lane. 3-lane highway. Oh, we're using a 2-lane. We'll just do that. Why is it so straight? Ah. Oh, I got rid of the marking tool there. That sucks. So, we need 2-lane one-way. That's what we need. So we'll go like this, go like this. And use the move it mod. I'm going to kind of curve that. Just to kind of give us some U-turn. Then what we can do to fix this is if we go into the marking tools, I'll select this one, copy that, go to this one and paste it. Yes, and that looks pretty good. There we go. There we go, just so people can U-turn if they need to. The city looks like it is holding fast. These things need to move, which I think we can move them over here with this other one. Kind of squeeze that in there. Squeeze this one in over here. Wait, we'll just need to connect these up. Bing! Bing! Amazing. Love that sound. And then we successfully moved all of this. We will need to wait for all of that to not be polluted anymore. So I'm going to select all this, and I don't want to select that or that, I think. We'll delete that. And then I'm going to move. Pause a second. Why are they upset? Oh, because they're not connected up. So let's just have this run down the road and connect up to them. I'll have it connect like in another spot too. Just spread the love, you know? So that way the water treatment is all connected and everybody is connected up, right? Yes, everybody is connected up. So let's give that a sec to sort of do its thing. Boop, 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 boop. Yes, our city is functioning and everything is moved now. So I'm very happy. Very happy about that. We're just going to need to, wait for that to not be polluted anymore. And I'm going to move this back. Where did we have this? I don't remember where we have this. I'll put it there. Yeah, I'll just do that. I think I want to duplicate that as well. So let me go grab that playground. Is it a small kids playground? Large playground? Small playground? No, it's a large playground. Let me put another one there. Double playground. Wow, a double playground. The houses are going to be so happy. Okay, industry. We don't have that much of a demand for industry, but we're basically just going to kind of slowly fill this in as we go. Do that. There we go. So like this will just kind of fill in. That'll just be kind of like our dirty little industry area. I like that. And then maybe we'll fill out like this other side too. We can put in some wind turbines here so it's a little bit more symmetrical. Let me do like some there. Nice. Our wind farm. Love it. So cute. So traffic is getting heavy. It's not too bad though. We are still managing. So let's get back over here and sort of work through these areas. So let's put these farms in here. So we have, what is this? Farm maintenance building. Interesting. Let's put the farm maintenance building over here since this area needs like the most maintenance. So let's do that. And then I want to grab, oh, my sweet Reggie's sleeping. I want to grab the farm, which is this one that we use, which is the medium crop farm, I think. So we'll put that there. We'll put another one here and another one here. I don't mind that it overlaps. And then we're going to get some, so these take up 4. So I'm going to do that. So we have a little bit of overlap, but we have tons of productivity, basically. Do not think that I want parking on that road. How can we alleviate the parking? So what we can do, I'm not quite sure. What is this building? This is a warehouse. What if we moved the warehouse like over here somewhere? So traffic is bad over there right now. But what if we move the warehouse sort of over here? Yes, like that. And that should be a problem. I'll get rid of this. We'll just have like that small bit of industry there, which those industries are like weird. They're just like billboards, but like, okay, they're industry, so that's fine. And then basically what I want to do is sort of like this vibe and just kind of like squeeze it into these other areas, and then we can fill in these other gaps with like some other things. So traffic is rough right here. How can we fix this? So I think one of the biggest things, well, everything's moving, like traffic is moving. That doesn't seem to be a problem. I think the problem is having these 2 intersections so close together. We can't really fix that. Yeah, I'm just going to leave that until it becomes a super bad problem. Right now, it's okay. So we have these crops. We do have some of this other stuff going on over here, and I kind of want to pull it in a little bit closer together. So what I'm thinking is, if we kind of build off this whole area, and what I want to kind of do, let me go into the Move It mod. Yeah, we'll add trees, props, decals, kind of all that. I want to select all this that we placed. All this. And these nodes as well. I want to move it. I want to rotate it. I'm going to pause the game because this might be a little crazy. I want to rotate all this. Yes. And we're going to kind of move it into this area, I think. I like that. And then I'm just going to get rid of that road for now. And then what I can do, which that looks weird. Yes. On the end table? In my bedroom? Hopefully. So I think I want to do to get rid of this road here. We can grab. Let me grab that 2-lane, 4-lane right now, and I'm gonna like pull it through like that, and then we can connect it up with the curve tool. Skippity beep, skippity bop, like that, and then we can do like a road here. And I want something that has 2 lanes going in and 2 lanes going out. So we need a 4-lane, a small 4-lane road like that. And this should be able to go, oopsie, I want it to be a straight. Should be able to go in, ooh, that is tiny, but that's okay. That is okay. So what we're going to need to do, let's upgrade these roads. You think we should just go ahead and do that? Let me grab, let's do the grass-lined. Because I'm pretty sure grass-lined supports low traffic and increases land value, lowers noise pollution. We also have cycling. A 2-lane with cycling paths supports low traffic. Maybe we should do cycling paths out here to kind of encourage people to cycle around here. So let me do that. And that will also get rid of parking, which is good. And we'll just keep that a dirt road since it sort of goes in between the 2 farming areas. So we'll do that. Now we can go into Traffic Manager, and I'm going to use this. And we should basically be able to say, like, this goes to this lane, that goes to that lane. We'll have this go out here and this go out here. We'll kind of do that. What that doesn't really let happen is, like, say this guy comes here and goes like into there. They just pretty much need to leave. They can't like go anywhere else. But this should be fine. We'll see how traffic manages with that. And then if we do this one. No, I don't like that. That is not what... Oopsie. We wanted. Can I undo that? How do I undo that? Let's see. Delete. Yes. So we want this lane to go into this inside lane and this one to go to this inside lane. We want this outside lane to go to this outside lane and this inside lane to go to this inside lane. This one will go straight. This one will go straight. Yep. So we should only have a little bit of crossover right here, but that should be fine. So that gives us sort of more of a regulated sort of in and out there. Then what I want to do, oh, that looks like it needs to be upgraded. Yes, so we'll do that, and then we'll keep that middle dirt. I think that's okay. And then what we can do is sort of some angled roads. Maybe we can do something like this, where we have like that kind of going there, and then maybe this one kind of going there. So it gives us some more entrance options. Yeah, I like that. I'm going to get rid of this. Actually, what we should do... I'm going to get rid of all this. I'm going to do it. I'm going to get rid of all this because I want to kind of start fresh. Because we just kind of placed everything down willy-nilly, didn't really think about it. So now I'm going to grab all this and that node there, and we're going to delete it. Goodbye. Let me play and unpause just so people can kind of disappear and things can readjust. Okay. So now we have that barracks area over here and then sort of like the farming over here, which we might move the barracks as well. I think what I want... Let's get rid of... No. Yes. I want to get rid of this road as well. And we're going to move the barracks closer to this. So what I'm going to do is grab a tree-lined road, make it a little nice, you know. We'll pull this like that. I think I'm going to move the barracks over here like that. And then we'll have these things, which, what is this? Medical clinic and police. And then pharmacy and rural fire. We can squeeze this in there now. And then we can get rid of this. Yes, I'd like to delete that. Okay, so now we have that going on. What we can probably do is, what is that? No, I want to move that. That is a silo, which we can put the silo right there. Perfect. What I want to do is have this road right here line up with this road right here. So I'm going to use the Move It mod. We're going to select all this. And we're going to try and move this without breaking the game. Okay. So I'm going to rotate that around. Kind of pull it down here. I don't think I'm going to be able to get it perfect, but we'll at least be able to get it close enough. So that's basically going to go like there, is what I want. So we'll place that. I want to go into tools here and we'll bulldoze this road to connect it up. This had a tree-lined road. Can we upgrade this without destroying everything? It looks like we can. So let me do that. Yeah, and then I'll just leave those like that. Yeah, that's so much cuter. So like that's like a little place they can go. And I like how this is a little bit more symmetrical now. Yes, definitely. Much better. So what we need to do now is so these roads over here, get rid of this. We're using cycling paths to kind of help insinuate for people to cycle around. That's going to go there. And I guess we can have that go there to help kind of move traffic in and out. Even though we just did that, we can get rid of that. So then what we can do is go in here and grab our 4-lane highway, and we'll kind of upgrade all this where the roads are. And that's 4-lane as well. We'll do like 4-lane here and there, and then we'll do like 2-lane sort of all right there. That is a one-way? How is that one way? It doesn't say one way. Oh, I see. Sorry, I meant National Road. I'm an idiot. We'll do that. Just so we sort of have those turning lanes there, and we'll just kind of need to go in and adjust them to make sure that they are turning lanes only. So that's a turning lane only, like that. And that will basically help alleviate a whole bunch of this traffic. And let me use the Move It mod to see what the heck is going on right here. What is this? Okay. Let's get rid of all that and sort of make that one smooth piece. We'll use the 4-lane road right here. I'll kind of curve it out like that. Nice. Hi. We're building industry. I built a windmill farm. Terrifying. I know, they're scary. Oh, and me. But yeah, so what is wrong here? Why are they yelling at me? Not sure. But what we need to do now, I think what we'll do is, let me go into this industry. Yeah, we'll get rid of all that. Oh, the industry despawned. That's what happened. I'll keep industry here. And here. But not over here just yet. I want to see what we can put in. What I need to look at now is our pipe situation. We did move everything. So I'm just going to get rid of these pipes to kind of clean it up a little bit. Just so it's a little bit neater. So let's get rid of that. So we'll do this, and we're basically just going to have this kind of follow this national road up. Kind of like this. And then we'll just kind of have some pipes just kind of shoot out to cover up these areas. And then this can go here, and we'll connect it up there for now, which I think we are going to rethink sort of that area. We do have a huge residential demand, and I do have a better idea of how to do that. Let me go in with the Move It mod, because then we can just use the click and drag method, which I'm not going to select trees. And we will just bulldoze that. Goodbye, all those people. Yeah, everybody's really upset. So now what I'm going to do is we'll grab our national road, which right now we're using this one. And I'm going to just kind of connect that up loosely. And then basically what I'm thinking about doing instead of, ooh, look at all that pollution. So this is going to be really heavily polluting, and we don't want houses super close. But what I'm thinking about doing is sort of having the houses follow like the shape of this. So I'm going to go in and grab cycling. Let's do cycling roads. And I want to have like, let's have this go up kind of like half. Drag it along as long as we can. Let's go like here. And this should go straight across. What I'm going to do is turn off everything except angle, I think. And then we'll do road guides. So, okay, let's turn off angle. I kind of want it to do that. So we'll have a road there. And we do have the parallel road tool, which can I like select an already built road? No, but what I can do, let's get rid of all this. Okay, then what we're gonna do is use the parallel road mod. Nope, parallel roads tool there. So we're gonna select, let's select the national road. Yep, I'm gonna use the national road. We'll do parallel. And then basically so we're gonna build the national road, and then that road's gonna get built behind us, which we don't want the 3-lane highway. What we want is, let's see, rural. I want something rural which we can use. I want to use the, should we use the cycling paths just to kind of encourage people out here to cycle, or do we want them to kind of be dependent on? So maybe we do 2-lane with grass. Yes, 2-lane with grass. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I want to use the freeform tool, and let's turn on all these things, and we'll sort of just kind of draw this out like that. And so we have this road that's like next to the highway, but that people can get off of and use. So then what we'll do is we'll have like a few connections. Is that cycling or is that grass? Those are cycling. I want the grass ones. And we'll just do some connections like here. Oopsie. That's weird. We don't want to use parallel road tool anymore. So we'll connect that like there, and of course at the very end. And then we'll just do like a few connections around. So let me do like 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll do like every 4 nodes. So 1, 2, 3, 4th node, 1, 2, 3, 4th node, 1, 2, 3, 4th node, and then the 3rd one. So that's fine. So there's a few different connections there for people to kind of get into this area. Then, actually we can probably do something even better with the Parallel Roads tool mod. Let's try, I want to try and do something. Let me grab all this that we just built. I'm actually going to get rid of it so that we can try and use the Parallel Roads tool mod to do a 3rd road. Because we can put another road that's like a little bit further back, and that can kind of be like our grid. So what we're going to do is select the national road. That's the road we're going to be drawing. Then we'll have Parallel Roads tool. And then we'll have the 2-lane road with grass. And then I want to add a 2-lane road. 2-lane road with trees. 4-lane, 5-lane, 8. We gotta go to T. A, B, C, D, E, F, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T. So I want 2-lane road. 2-lane road with trees. Okay, and then what we can do is draw this, and let's see. So I want this one. Toggle reverse direction. Yes, I want this one to be much further. So let me do like, that was at 40, let me do 100. Sorry, forgot I should not be using my, oh no, what did I do? I should not be using the number pad, because I always do that. So we're going to turn Parallel Roads tool back on and look at what we did. So we want this to be at 100. Actually, we're going to need it to be much further than that. Let's try 400. Oop, not that far. Let's try 200. Yeah, let's do 200. Or, I don't know, maybe 150. I did it again. I keep using my, Okay, so we're going to use this. I want to use it on freeform. We're basically just going to kind of do a little thing here. And maybe turn this like that. There we go. So basically, get rid of that. Now what we can do is we'll have the grass-lined road here, and this will connect there and go straight through to there, as well on this end. And then we'll basically just have connecting to the highway about every 4th node. 1, 2, 3, 4th node. 1, 2, 3, 4th node. 1, 2, 3, 4th node, and that one. And we'll make sure that those also connect back to the tree line road, like that. There we go. And then what we'll do is we'll have some smaller lane roads, sort of like these ones. We can either have them go like straight through here, which I don't think we'll do. We'll kind of have them go like in through here. We'll just kind of have them alternate to kind of alleviate traffic on the one main road. We'll just kind of do it like this. Just kind of alternating and kind of taking advantage of this middle area. and then down, up, down, up, and down. There we go. So it's sort of like, it's not completely symmetrical, but it's a little bit. So we have like that there. Then what we can do is sort of, what we can do is like a nice fence. Let's actually do that. Let me go into the fences, which are here. And I want to get like a nice big sort of fence to help block this area. Which we could probably use like the industry fence. We have the forestry, national preserve, park fence. Now we want something that's sort of more like you cannot get through. It will also help sort of block a lot of that road. What about this, that big ore industry fence? That one might work. So what we're going to need to do is sort of turn off all these snappings here. And basically I just kind of want to use the grid. And we'll just kind of do segments across like this. And this will help get rid of that zoning as well as provide some noise cancellation for the people that live here. It's not perfectly rounded. Actually, let me undo that. Do it a little bit more. In smaller sections helps it kind of look more rounded. We'll do that, and then it's our last section here. There we go. So that sort of gives like a nice gate there. Also removes the zoning as well. So what I think we're gonna do is we'll go in with some commercial, and we'll basically put some commercial in like these little areas right here. Maybe put a couple shops there, and by these like main roads basically, where these main roads come in. Just put like a couple of shops there, and then we'll also put our services there as well. Get some shops over here. Probably not that. Yep. And we'll get some shops here like that as well. So that's sort of like some commercial hubs like that, and then we'll need some services. So what I'm going to use is the small little rural ones. So this is patient capacity of 50, 25. So let's use these little pharmacies, and we'll basically throw them in sort of in these areas as well. So we'll put one there, which how much does that provide service for? Most of it. So probably we need to put like one on each end. So put a pharmacy there. Fire. Let's see how far this little rural fire goes. I guess it does pretty good. So we'll just do that, and then we have police, which we want to get the little rural police as well. We'll do that on either end. And then education. So what I think we're going to do is we do have this church which provides students with 50 capacity. So we might put that in. So that we'll put that church there, and then we can get that small school and put that like over here. Yeah, and actually let me move that back here as well. So that will provide service for schools. Let me see. How much does that provide? Just a little bit, but that's fine because this place is actually supposed to prefer working over education, so we don't need a lot of space for them to go to school. Now what I'm going to do, sort of zone. No. I accidentally zoned it with industry. Dang it. Let me go back in here and fix the commercial. I think we're going to do commercial sort of all right there. Like that. Oh, cool. Gold is rated with a party of 5. Hello. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. We are playing some City Skylines, and we are building a farming industry right now. I'm building some residential area for people who work in the farming industry. Sort of like a rural kind of area. Hello. Howdy. Okay, so we just kind of got schools in, and now we're actually going to zone this for residential. So I'm just going to kind of go in and dump some zoning in. Like that. I don't want to zone that little square right there. We'll just kind of zone all this in, and then we'll have to fix the district so that people who live here will prefer to work sort of industrial jobs as opposed to going to seek higher education. So there we go, and that should be a significant amount of people. What we just need to do is fix the district. So like I said, we're going to go in here. We're going to go to paint district, and we can get rid of this sort of section here. Boop. And then we'll paint Emerald Estates. I put my chat to sleep today doing Planet Zoo rock work for 10 hours straight. Yeah. That'll definitely do it. That's what I hate about rock work. It's necessary, but it's boring. So then this will be our farming district in here. Like that. And we can probably scooch this up a bit. I think we're going to take it off the national highway. Just to make it look a little bit cleaner. And we're just going to swoop around this, which one of my favorite things about this game is that the district tools snap to the road, so you can just like cut through this like butter. Like that. Amazing. And then I'm just going to kind of go through here and cut this up. Love final product of Rockworks, but you don't love doing it. Yeah, absolutely. Oopsie, I did not mean to do that. Yeah, so now we just kind of need to go through here. I want to clean this district up. We need to be very careful because if we move even the slightest, it'll replace it all. So I'm just going to kind of go along here, being very careful, very focused. Ooh, there we go. And then we just kind of clean up this edge here for the Emerald Estates. There we go. So there's our two little districts, which we can probably take it off the windmill farm. Don't really need it on the wind farm. There we go. So that will be Emerald Fields, and that is where all of our farming area will go. This is our industrial area, which we can sort of outline as well, so that we can give it some policies. Oops. Oops. I accidentally placed new areas. So I'm just going to kind of outline this like that. And then we'll just kind of fill that in. There we go. So that is Chestnut Heights. I don't know if I like that name. There's no hills, so it's actually quite flat. So I don't know why they named it that. But yeah, so that is... it looks like there is no sewage, and that makes sense because I completely deleted it off the map. Here we go. There we go. So now they should be able to get some sewage work. And all of this can get deleted. Goodbye. And we'll do some cleaner water pipes. Like that. And I think we'll kind of do like... kind of bring it across like this. Not enough money. Oh no. Oh no. We don't have enough money and we are not making any. Oh gosh. What are we going to do? Let me play the game. See if that fixes everybody's problems there, and that should get us out of debt because now people are actually able to poop in their home. Power is still a problem. That's fine. That's not fine. Our industry is not even connected to power. So let's go in here and we're going to drag this to here. So that should power that up. What I'm probably going to do is have like a power line that kind of skates across this area, but we're probably going to need to put it in like 3 times speed so we can make money. We're going to kind of have it go across here. Although it looks like it looks like it's actually not going to reach. So what we need to do is kind of hope that people move in sort of areas that make sense so we can connect them together, but it doesn't look like they are. So we're just going to kind of draw this around the back so it doesn't mess up any of the zoning. We'll connect that together. We'll connect that together. Come around here. We'll connect this up and then connect it to the main power system here. And that should power all those areas. Yes, and then water is still a problem. So let's give them some water. Basically, we'll just kind of follow this around like this. Not enough money. There we go. There we go. And then this just needs to kind of go across like that. Now that whole place has water, has electricity, so people should be willing to move in. And you can see there's already some houses being built. Time to do the old government subsidies. Yes, absolutely. So here we go. Looking very good. People are moving in. And this district, I hope, we still have it set to for the schools out policy, which means people will prefer to sort of work in like industry. Yeah, prefer working over education, so they'll kind of stay uneducated, as they say in the game. So we won't have too many overeducated citizens to work in the farming industry. Because do we have enough people right now in the farming industry? No, we still need like a good 200 people for this. So that sucks. So we have enough. We're producing enough. We just don't have enough workers to level up. Which sucks. And what is the problem with this? Not enough buyers for product. Yeah. So let's put some commercial down. That's what that sounds like. That sounds like we need some commercial. So let's head over to our wee little town over here. And what it sounds like we need to do is start on our commercial hub. I want to do sort of like a strip mall kind of thing. I think over here would be a kind of a cool place to do it. So we're going to need to do parking lots, which I don't know. Do I have the mod for parking lot roads? Road connections? Ah, I do. So what we're going to do, I'm going to pause the game. We have about a decent amount of money to try and do these roads. I'm going to have a road come out here. Hello, how are you? Do you have a poo lake yet? No, I actually don't, because I am using the, what are they called? These things. What are they called? Inland water treatment plant, because we're trying to save the planet here. But welcome. So we're going to grab, let me see, which parking lot would be a good, oh, this is perfect. We're going to skate this right across here. Actually, let me try and draw this in like that. And we're going to draw this across like that. Look at that big old parking lot. Woo! Amazing. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to use the Move It mod. I'm going to select these nodes. And I want to kind of just nudge it over so it's like snug there. I want it to be nice and snug. And then basically what I'm going to do is put like a bunch of shopping. I can't even speak. Shopping. But what I'm thinking is actually these roads, we might not need to do those because we need this to continue straight like that. So what if I try and build this road? Will it work? Yeah. It sort of works. I just want to make sure that this road can kind of continue straight on. in the future. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to go... Where is all of our commercial? I think it's in the Rico's mod. Under commercial. Here's all of our commercial. So what we need to do is build a tiny little road, which I'm going to use this little 2-lane alley. And I'm going to build a road that goes across here. Which, let's have it ignore everything except for the grids. Like that. Yeah. And then we'll just use the Move It mod again to kind of drag this closer as well. Because this is the actual road that the shops will sit on. So we'll do that. And then I'll build this into there. It'll be a little weird, but it's a little weird, but it'll work. So now what we gotta do is we'll go in here and we'll grab the parking lot thingies, which I do have the snapping mod for this. So they just kind of plop, 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 which is insane. Don't need to put that one there. So let me squeeze this one in. They just kind of snap next to each other. It's absolutely insane. Like, if you never had to place these in the game yourself, you'll never know what it was like to have to place these completely without any sort of snapping ability. And then let's get a piece that sort of fits in here. We don't want angled. No, let's do a 4x2. Yeah, 4x2 works. So there we go. So now cars can park there. A huge parking lot, which actually didn't cost that much. You'd think it would. Many years of snapping. Yes. And then what we're going to do is go into the Rico's mod and start looking at some of our commercials. Which I think we do need to zone this as commercial to actually be able to get this to work. Can I toggle snapping with toggle the grid on any of these roads with any of these tools that I have? I don't think so. Got a Bunnings or IKEA? I think we do have a Bunnings. Actually, let me go see. I just want to throw in a fence then. Just get like a little park fence. And put it... Let me actually do complete snapping off. Just put a little road there, or a little fence there to kind of get rid of that grid. So this grid is nice and straight. And then we can make that commercial like this, that we can put the shops there. So let's go see what we got. We got tons of commercial. So we have a 7-Eleven, of course. Excellent. We have an Ace Hardware. Let's throw Ace Hardware in. An Applebee's. We need the ones that kind of connect to each other like that. AT&T store. Absolutely. Not enough money. Okay, I guess we should play the game. We're probably gonna have to Move It mod a lot of these. Ah! Stop building! Oh no! Oh no! The commercial! Don't build until I tell you to. Because, right, this has to be zoned for the buildings to stay. What is this? Ooh, an Audi. You don't need zoning? Oh, I thought we needed zoning or else it would go away. So let me turn off that zoning then. And then we can play the game. So, AT&T store. AT&T is going to cost us $30,000. Although, shouldn't it cost AT&T? Just need the historical building selected. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're selected. Well, dang, I didn't realize these stores were so expensive. We got Bad Hombres. Let's throw that in. Barnes and Nobles. Oh, it's a corner store. Oh. I want to put Barnes and Nobles over here. On the corner. Where'd it go? Ooh. Just gonna scooch that up a bit. Oh. Okay. Did you see that car flying around? Anyway. So we'll do that, and we'll put a Bed Bath & Beyond right next to it. Just kidding. Bed Bath & Beyond is 30 grand. Best Western, a big yellow. Woo, that's not on the grid. Blue Beacon Truck Stop, maybe not. Brothers Grocery, too small. Golf Shop. Okay. Speed limit, who needs them? Yeah, did you see that car? He was going crazy. Let's see. Glass car. Barber shop. Oh my god, you see him? Look. It's like a truck. Can I pause the game and try and find it? It's like flying through the sky. I don't know. That was so weird. Let's put a little barbershop in there. A Checkers. Throw Checkers like over here or something. I feel like a Checkers and a McDonald's would make sense over there. A Chuck E. Cheese. Sure, we'll throw a Chuck E. Cheese in. A Church's Chicken. Let's put Church's Chicken over here. Not enough money. 5 grand for a Church's Chicken. Bam. City Gymnastics. Nah, we'll not do that. Let's put Lights Bookseller right next to Barnes & Noble so they can sell more discounted books at a more affordable price. Try and find something that will squeeze in there. What the heck is that? That was glitched or something. Commercial building. Thank you. Commercial warehouse. Thank you. We need shops. Look at them. Look. Look. You see? Look. This guy's going absolutely insane. Look, his tires aren't even on his car. Look at his car. Look at him. He's like flying through the sky at like Mach 10. I'm not sure. Look at him spinning. He's like glitching out. Okay, well. A Cracker Barrel. Absolutely. We're putting this right across the street. 20 grand for the Cracker Barrel. Oh my god. Greek Garden Grocery Store. There it is, the Crackle Barrel. Let's throw that in. Greek Garden Grocery Store. That's a nice big shop. I'm gonna put that in. But it is 15,000. Is the game in 3 times speed? It is. We're just not making enough money. Let me throw some water into these shops. People will actually come over here. There we go. Does that make you happy? So now people should come shopping. We have some more. We do have commercial demand, so people do want these shops. We just can't afford them. Grump Food Market. Dia District. Dollar Tree. That should go in. Definitely. We can't afford the Dollar Tree. That's rough. That is a rough time. We have Dollar General and we have a Dollar Tree. We should throw them in right next to each other. Dragon Throne Chinese Restaurant. Well, we don't have a food line, so I can't put in a Chinese restaurant. Einstein Bros. That's really good. Really good. It's why they made everything 1.25. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Dude, I hope we have a food line. I really want to put in a Chinese restaurant. Okay, we have enough to put down that grocery store. Where was that grocery store? Here we go. I'm gonna put that like right there. It looks delicious. Oh, it has like a whole bunch of pieces. Let's throw in the Dollar General right next to it, which is another 20 grand. Jesus. It's all right. We're just making money slowly. We're gonna need to go upgrade some of that farming industry, and then we'll see that we'll have like a ton more money to kind of throw these things down. So I guess we'll leave that like that for now. And what is that saying? Not enough goods to sell. That's because we don't have enough industry. I still find it weird that Americans put tax on top of the list. Yeah, I'm well aware. It's very strange. You have to do gymnastics math while you're in the store to make sure you have enough money. I don't understand. Let's throw this section in so they can build that up, make us some more money. Ooh, what is going on here? What are you upset about? Not enough buyers for products. That's so confusing because they want to buy your product, not enough goods to sell. They're looking for products. Confused. Let's go into industry and see what we can place down for this. So we do have the flour mill. I believe that's what this is. Not enough raw material. So you want crops to make flour, and you're making crops. Are they putting them in here? They might be. So let's keep that on empty for now. Let's make sure we're putting that in the... Yeah, we want to make sure we're producing flour. Okay, so let's go in here now and let's see. So we have the cattle shed, which we're not using that right now. The milking parlor, we're not using that right now. So this is going to take... That's a slaughterhouse. What's this? Small barn. Okay, so I guess they want us to move into the direction of animals. So what we're going to do is come over here. I do want to put in a unique factory, actually. Let's see if we have stuff to make that. So this wants any of those things. It's a bakery. We can probably squeeze the bakery in right here. I might just, oopsie, I might just have to kind of move it a little bit. Kind of squeeze it in here. So the bakery will take our crops, our flour, and also animal products, which we're going to throw that all down right now. So if we go in here, we have animal pasture. Do we only have a small animal pasture? Looks like it. Okay. So let's throw down a couple small animal pastures. We'll throw them down. How many can we put here? Only 2. 1, 2. Yeah, we can only put 2 down over there. So maybe we'll throw them down over here. Put 1, 2, 3. We'll throw those 3 down. And then we'll grab the flour mill. That's the cattle shed. We can squeeze that in right there. Perfect. And then when we have enough money, we will get the milking parlor. She can squeeze her in right here. The milking parlor. Industrial zone. Farming specialty. Yep, that's what we're doing. 14 grand. Let me speed up time and see if that will help us make money a little bit faster. Because we're going to put down the milking, and then unfortunately we're also going to put down the slaughterhouse, which is huge. Holy crap. Jesus Christ. Nobody want to tell me this how big the slaughterhouse was? We're going to have to put the slaughterhouse there, which means we're going to have to move this. Yeah, let's move that there. We'll bulldoze this road, and we'll put the slaughterhouse there. I didn't realize it was so big. Put the slaughterhouse down there, big old factory, and then also we need to put the milking parlor down, which is here, which can fit right there. So there we go. We have tons of stuff going on. So the slaughterhouse needs crops. Are animals considered crops? I didn't know that. That's kind of funny. Yep, and then we're also producing animal products, and so that means we're getting animal products, and we're producing pastries. We are successfully producing pastries. Are we making any money yet? We're not making money yet, but we're also not making under profit too much right now, which is actually kind of cool. We're only losing $87 every 40 minutes, which is actually kind of cool. So we're almost making money, which is because of this, which we need. Do we have enough workers in here? Freight trucks and use. We only have 85 workers. So if we get more workers working in this, we'll definitely be able to produce enough, which we need about another 200 workers. Oh my god, these people don't have enough power? Why is that? Are we just not producing enough power? Are you kidding me? We're not producing enough power. Wow. I'm gonna bulldoze these. Oh, cool! Our farm, Emerald Fields, actually just reached level 5. We have a level 5. So So now we have the giant silo, the large animal pasture, the food factory, which I think is huge, and the large crop field and the large fruit field. So we are going to fill out this area a little bit more. We'll kind of fill out this area around here, I think. So let me adjust some stuff over here so that we make sure we're making enough power. Also don't have enough water. Let's pause the game because it looks like we are struggling. So we don't have enough water. Why is that? Are we just not producing enough? Water treatment is good. Water availability is not. So let's go see. Water availability. Yeah, we're just consuming slightly a little bit more. So where are our water towers? We have one there, one there, one there. Okay, so we're probably going to need a water tower for out here. We can squeeze one in. Let's put one like back behind these buildings, and we'll put another one back behind these buildings. We connect those up just so that we can make sure everybody is getting water. So that should fix the water problem. Electricity, however, are we not producing enough electricity? Since when are we consuming 126 megawatts of power? Oh my goodness. Why aren't we able to sustain that right now? I swore we were producing like 100 megawatts before. Is there something wrong? Let's see. Let's see. Wait a minute. Something's not right. Is it the weather? Maybe this area is like really crappy now for wind production. Yeah, it's only 4. Why is that? It used to be 7. Well, we got some really good power over here. Yeah, it might be time to break out the fossil fuels. What I want to do, though, is sort of stretch this wind farm out just a tad more and continue it a little bit. I kind of want to continue it out this way, which actually we can't afford any more windmills. They're $6 grand a piece. We only have that. That's only going to give us 4 megawatts. We're going to need like another 100 megawatts, which the oil power plant will. Smells like an opportunity for huge plumes of dirty smoke coming from a lovely power station. Yeah. So it looks like we're going to have to throw down, what is this? Geothermal. Geothermal power plant is expensive and it doesn't produce as much as the coal power plant. The oil power plant. So we're going to need to place this oil power plant, which there's only a few places. Do we actually need oil, like, to be there? Because if you shove too many wind generators, they block the wind from other wind generators. Oh. So we need to spread them out, is what you're saying. So how much does it cost to move these? Oh my god. What if we just use the move it mod? So what if we spread these out a little bit? We'll just kind of move them like that. I want to kind of keep this grid pattern we're doing. It's kind of glitching them out, moving them like that. Okay. So we'll keep this grid pattern. I'll move this out of the way. And then we'll scoot these back. Move that out of the way for now. This can scoot up. We need some here. This can scoot out of the way. We'll just kind of have these here. Yeah, it's roughly the same. But I'm going to move these around anyway because I did want to spread them out. So we'll kind of do that. So that is a little bit more spread out. Just because I didn't feel like it was actually that realistic having them this close together in the first place. Because windmill farms are usually very spread out. So we'll do that one there. And then that one can stay there. That one can stay there. That one can stay there. I'm going to push this one back a little bit because I did want to kind of bleed it over into this area. Kind of like this. Kind of like that. Kind of cool, huh? There we go. I feel like that looks more like a windmill farm. And then we'll just kind of have to squeeze a little roads in there when we get to it. But for now, the other issue will come up eventually is having buildings encroaching on wind path. Yeah, I know that. I know that's going to be a problem. Did that adjust any of the power? Let's see. No. It just pulled it all over here, basically. So now they don't have power. Okay. So I'll leave the wind farm like that. But what we need to look into now is investing in some better power for now. So we can do the oil power plant, and that will pretty much keep us sustained for a significant amount of time. However, it is 50 grand, so we might have to take out our first loan. Do we have to put the oil power plant on actual oil? Like we have some oil right here. Do we need to put our oil there? That's what I want to know. Or will it be fine pretty much just throwing it in our industrial area? No oil will get delivered to it. Perfect. Because right here, not enough money. I know there's not enough money. I just want to see theoretically. So let's go in here, because right now we have our power on 150%. I'm going to lower that back down to 100. And then we're going to pull a loan for 60 grand. And I'm going to build that power source. If you produce oil locally, we'll use it. It will not be imported. Oh, perfect. So I'm going to throw this. I kind of want to include it like over here with like this sort of power production system that we have going on. So we can put it like here and say like that's part of like the transformer that these pipes all kind of, or pipes, what are they called? Lines all go into. Can you just go away? So let me connect all this up and make it kind of look cool. Nope, not that. So these are going to connect to each other, connect to this, and then I'm just going to kind of sneak one into it like that. So like the lines kind of go into it. I think that looks kind of cool. So like that's part of like the transformer basically that all the wind turbines are working into. It's kind of cool. And we have these power cords just kind of going in, collecting all that power. So now if we press play, how is our power now? Just barely making enough power. That's insane. Something's wrong. I feel like that's not right. How could we just go from producing enough to not producing anything at all, nearly anything? Oh yeah. Look, now we're producing 221 megawatts. What's happening? Now we're producing way more power. Did these wind turbines get fixed? Yeah. Now they're producing 7. I think it's because like there was a storm or something. These are all in the ground. Let me just fix that. I think there might have just been like a cloudy day or something where like the wind was just slow. And so like they just weren't producing that much? Or do you think it was because they were so close together? Well, either way, we do not have to worry about power production for quite some time. We do have a very expensive loan to pay off, though. The sun is rising. Okay. I guess I can throw in some of these roads now. Oh, these ones are sunken, too. Oops. Move it mod. That's what I need. Pull these out of the ground. Is everybody out of the ground now? Okay. Let me throw some of these dirt roads in really quick. So we're going to have this one. Oop. Do that. Kind of go up through here. And we'll head down sort of the middle there. And then we'll have this one go up to like there and across to these. There we go. That works. Which probably means we don't need, like, all these roads. Let me get rid of these one. And this one, I think. Yeah, we'll just get rid of that. And this one. And this one? Okay, as if you're not connected to a road. Here we go. There we go. It's just kind of a little bit more organic, kind of fancy. Stormy days would help them, but it's only a factor if you have that mod, otherwise weather doesn't affect them. Oh, it had no water. You think that's why? Ooh, I'm such a dummy. Yeah, they had no water. Residential demand is growing. Okay, so what we need to do then, because what I want to do is some district, what are they called? When you make them look a certain way? Themes. Enable theme manager for this district. So I have some themes and I want to put them on. I'm going to try with Cedar Park first since it's pretty small. Oh yeah, if you cut the water from the oil. Okay, what I think we should do then, since we're producing like a insane amount of power right now, we're producing like twice as much as we need. We can probably turn down that budget, huh? Let's turn it down to like 50% and see. Like, we're probably still gonna be. Just kidding. Just kidding. Let's go up to 80. Let's see. Is 80% enough? Yes. Just do 80%. That works. And since there is residential demand, we can go ahead and change the theme because these buildings will basically get kicked out and rebuilt. So the theme I want to do over here is... Can we go to the theme manager? Can I pause the game? So I have a few themes here. So we have the American Eclectic, which... Is this the American Eclectic theme? I didn't think so. American Suburban, American Trailer Homes. That's not. This is the American Eclectics. Why is it doing that? I want to see. Why won't it show them to me? Brooklyn. Not loaded. Okay. Commercial. Oh, I see. I see. Include. Can we just include the ones included? There we go. American Eclectic theme. It's these ones. And then we have the Suburban, which I guess didn't work. We have the trailers, which I was thinking about changing out the other ones over there to the trailer homes. And then we have the suburbs, big suburban style UK, Brooklyn. They're not loaded. Commercial is sort of these. European. I don't know. We didn't have that. International. New York, Brooklyn. Realistic farm. Tiny town. So I think what we'll do is change it to the eclectic theme, which is that what we have right now? Yeah, I want those ones, which those are level 1s, which I don't think we're at level 1. I think that these are actually quite high level. Yeah, so they're going to be pretty big houses. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and put the Yokel Town with all the trailers. Let's change it to American Eclectic. And see what happens. Okay, so they're basically all going to get deleted. Whoa. We are lagging because we're auto-saving. Okay. And we don't need anarchy around. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we selected that theme. American Eclectic. And basically I'm going to play the game and these houses are going to be like boop, 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 and go away. And we should see new ones popping up. Is this part of the American Eclectic? Doesn't look like it. Because like I don't want that or that or that growing there. What? I don't want towers. I want little houses. Yeah, no. No. But I don't want to have to go in and micromanage this. Oh, okay, okay. They're doing it. They're doing it. They're growing. So do we just have to like delete these? And then they'll grow the American Eclectic? They're level 1. Oh, they're leveling up. Yeah, so that's what we have to do. We just have to kind of go in and get rid of them ourselves. And then they will grow in as the eclectic theme. Which we do have some... it'll do it slowly. I want to do it all fast. So we're just going to kick all these people out of their homes to rebuild. And right now it's going to look chaotic. It's going to basically look like construction sites. But they're going to upgrade because this is a really nice area. Which what are you upgrading to? Yeah, they're already at level 3. Because I'm pretty sure the land value is really high in this area. Yeah, look at that. Very high. Which we might be able to squeeze in like another park down here. And that'll kind of help with that. Let's see. Let's put in a large park with trees. Can I just throw it in anyway? Damn. Fine. We'll do a small park with trees. And also a dog park. Because houses love freaking dog parks, dude. They go crazy over them. So we'll do that. And that will also raise the land value over here. Yeah, look at that. Wow. Amazing. Look at these houses. This is what I was picturing. Sort of that American eclectic. Are you going to upgrade? What are you doing? What do you need? Educate more citizens. There's a school right here. I guess. Yeah, there's a school right here and there's plenty of room for them. Oh, but there might not be enough education for elementary. So, let's see. Elementary capacity is halved. High school capacity is good. So, let's do some elementary schools. Okay. Let's get like a nice big one. Because I think this one is like capacity of 300. Maybe we can find one that has like a large capacity. Like this is a massive elementary school. Let's see. That one has 300 capacity. That one has 250. The church has 50. That one has 550. That's a big elementary school. 400. This elementary school gymnasium has 75. So what we can do, let's go in here. Let me pause the game. We're going to get rid of this school, this park, and probably that tennis court. And yeah, we'll get rid of that parking too. We're going to put in this big school that has tons of availability. And then we're also going to throw in... So where's this Red Hawk school? Oh my god! Thank you for the follow. Roads first, school second. Actually, I'm sorry. So actually, this is like a huge elementary school that we can build. What if we build that over here? Can I undo all that? Sorry guys, undo. There you go. Let's actually go over here and build this school. So it's called the Red Hawk Elementary School, and there is like 3 parts to it. So let's do like a cute little school section here. So let's go in and grab some tree-lined roads, which let me see what the roads are doing here. I think we're gonna grab sort of like this whole middle section. 'Tis a good mod. Nice. Yes, it is. And we'll do that. And we need to do the one-way... What are we doing? One-way grass, I think? This way? Nope. This way. There we go. So this whole section will be for our school. I think that'll be pretty cool. And I want to make sure to include it in that district. So can we like... Make sure it's in there. There we go. Part of Cedar Park. Okay, let's go look at this school. And hopefully we can afford it. So, this has 750 elementary school. 8 a.m. to bed, breakfast, cheers. Oh my goodness, 8:30 a.m. Well, good night. I'm going to grab this one-way system here. And I'm going to do like a little sort of like feeder road for parents to drop off their students. And we'll go, let me turn off all this except for the angle. We'll go to like here, come across. Can you like stop? There. We'll do that. So that's sort of like a loop-de-loop. And we can put the school on that back road. Here. Perfect. Kind of squeeze it in the middle. And then we have these other pieces that look like they attach sort of on this sides here. Is that right? Oh, I think this gymnasium actually goes over here. Okay, we're just wasting money at this point. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be, but I'm just gonna throw it like that. And that's a big school. So that's 430 plus 430 plus 430, which is 369. That's like 1,500 students this school can hold. That's insane. So we'll do that. And then what I'm gonna do is some parking and some playgrounds and stuff like that. So let's get the large playground. We can put that over here for the students. And then we'll also put in some parking lots. Here we are. Like over here, I want to do like a nice big parking lot. Which, where's that one parking lot that I love? I can't find it anymore. Here it is. Squeeze this parking lot in. Can we just do like that? Or does that like... that looks fine. And then we can get like a tennis court or something. Cemetery? No. Let's get like the tennis courts. Here they are. Ooh, what is this? A soccer field? A little mini soccer field? I want to put that in. Yeah, let's put that in like here. Super cool. And we can use the move it mod to just kind of like move that out of the way. There we go. So that is our elementary school. Super cool. And let's just add some trees and stuff. Here we are. I'm going to use the prop line tool, actually. I'm going to put some trees across the front here. Like that. Nice. We can put some trees across here and here. Can we fit them here? What if I turn on anarchy? Does that not work? How do I turn on prop and tree anarchy? Is it Shift P? Prop and tree anarchy. Shift P, yes, it is. So I should be able to put those there. Whoops, no. They should fit there, or they should go there with prop and tree anarchy on, but they're just like, nah. Okay, whatever. We'll put some trees like over here, just to kind of blend them in with this park here. Like that. And then we can just do a pedestrian path, kind of connect up this. Like that, so people can walk like into there and they can walk that way. So yeah, there we go. Nice new big elementary school. Cost quite a bit of money, so I hope they are happy. And that should have our education requirements good. So elementary capacity is actually just enough. It's actually just enough. And also this one isn't on. Why is that one not on? Like, why is it not saying that it's like counting? Interesting. We'll probably want to put another elementary school Yeah, it's saying those aren't even, like, counting, but whatever. We have this nice new big elementary school. So what do you need now to upgrade again? Educate more citizens and allow the building to be upgraded. Make sure your education facilities can handle all potential students. They can. They can. You see, I did that. High school, totally enough capacity. University, we're not even building one yet. Maybe we could put in a public library. Maybe they would like that. Where is the public library? There it is. The public library. Maybe we can squeeze that in sort of like over here. Yeah. Let's put the public library in. Right by that parking lot. I kind of like that being over there. Did that make you happy? Because what does that even do? Does it educate students? Not sure. We do have a pretty high uneducated rate of students right now. I think it's because like a significant amount of them over there are preferring to work in the industry, but we don't have so this one has the schools out policy. Do we have the one that like they prefer to go to school? Public libraries increased by 100%. The book fair. Let's put the book fair in Cedar Park. How cute. Do we have the one that like tells them to like prefer education? So we need to get a population of 8,000 before we can do that. Because I'm pretty sure at 8,000 we actually get the university, don't we? The trade school? We do. How exciting. We do have quite a bit of money. Maybe we can come over here and finish this commercial center. So let me go into the Rico's mod, and we were right here, I believe. So we put in a Dollar General. Did we put in the Dollar Tree yet? So that's where we were. Dollar Tree. Dragon Restaurant. Ed Supermarket. I don't think we need another supermarket. An Enterprise and Express. It's kind of an expensive store to put in a strip mall, so we probably won't do that. A Food Lion. Oh, funny. We were just talking about that. I actually think what I'm going to do then is delete that. And we'll put in a Food Lion instead. Can I move this? Move it mod. There we go. We'll do that, and I also want to kind of snug that up there. There we go. So let's see, what else do we have? We have a Forever 21, which I'm not going to put in this strip mall here. A GameStop, I feel like would fit actually pretty well. Let's put a GameStop in. Generic commercial store. Thank you. Generic commercial shopping center store. Okay. Generic grocery store. GNC. Yeah, they're always in these little strip malls. Hardware. Oh my god, that's a big little shop there. Ingalls. Let's put that in. Which, do we want another grocery store? Sure. We do have an IKEA. It's huge. The In-N-Out burger, which we can squeeze like over here on the side. Jack in the Box, postal office, a Kroger's. Sure, let's just squeeze a Kroger's in here, and we'll just have to do a little bit of Move It mod to kind of get all this stuff to fit nice and snug. Bunch of grocery stores over here, but it's fine. That car is still freaking out. I'm not sure where they're doing that. Oh, it's right there. Pause the game. Okay, I'll bulldoze. Ugh. Bulldoze that. Move it mod. Let me try and scoot that in a little bit. And then I will build this road, which is the two-way with grass. I mean, with trees. We'll connect that up there. Same over here, we'll do that. Because this apparently is like freaking out the cars. Get rid of that and that. Move it mod. Just kind of sneak it in a bit. And then we'll draw that. And then what we'll do is we'll go in here. We will get the connector road. Oops. And I will connect this up. Okay, we'll put that there. Interesting. So I guess there's no like easy way to connect this up now because of the way we decided to do it. What if we try and connect it up like there? That kind of works. That kind of works. Yeah, so we'll just have like the connections in those middle spots there. There we go. So now those cars should calm down eventually. Although they are going absolutely crazy. There we go. So they're driving a little bit more smooth through there. And now we have this really cool little shopping center. Like, how cute is that? I like that. The cars are floating. Who knows? Okay. So commercial demand is still up a little bit, which is interesting. But what I think I'm going to do is pull this road sort of up to here. And then I think the road has to go this next way. So I'm going to pull it up to like there. And we'll take the grass one way, sort of connect it across, which we have prop and anarchy on. So let's get all that anarchy off. So we're just gonna like draw it across like this, and I'm just gonna rebuild this road like that, and then we can put some commercial as well on this side, and that will kind of like round it out. We can probably get rid of that. Do something like that. So like this commercial will fill out this other side as well, so it'll be sort of like a little module of commercial. We're trying to get to some steep hills over here. Okay, so this highway, we need to keep an eye on it. We are going to have to push it across at some point. What we can probably do over here is, let me grab, I was using this road to kind of like pull these across. Just to kind of round out this area. It's a main road, but we can just do, oopsie, we can do that. Just to kind of fill it out, and then we can fill that with residential. Nope, that's commercial. Residential. We'll fill it out to about here. Ooh, those people wanted to move in. Okay, so let me look at some districts and make sure that those houses are in one. So we're going to pull this one out to there and then like down. And this is going to get pulled out to there and like up. Like that. And then we can just clear off these roads here. Like that. Just make sure all the houses are included in their districts. Which Cedar Park will probably like move all these houses out a little bit. I think we'll have it like go out to like here maybe. Which this needs to be the one-way road. So we need one way with grass there. We'll upgrade that just like that. And then we can just use some like, let's use these little roads. I'll just kind of squeeze that in here. Something like that. And I can fill out that area, which is Cedar Park. So let me trace out Cedar Park down here. Like that. And we can put some residential in there too, which there isn't too much of a demand of it right now. We can still kind of put these here so they will fill out on their own. And we won't put any on this back road, I think. I think what I'm going to do is sort of fill that in with trees. Here. So let me just kind of paint this. I don't have the tree brush mod. So what I'm going to do is like do this, and then we're going to use the move it mod to like duplicate. I tried downloading the tree brush mod, but when I did, it wouldn't let my game load for some reason, so very laggy. So I'm just going to use that, and we'll just duplicate like that. Kind of do a nice dense forest here to block out the sound of the highway. And we'll just kind of build this, oops, out like this. There we go. Just kind of help block that out, and then maybe we can continue this like down here a little bit. There we go, just to kind of help encase it in there. Oh yeah, water. Let's make sure we have water down here. And up here, and we have water all up here? We don't. So let's make sure we have water for these citizens. Yes, and let's take a look at our services. So right now we should probably put in a medical clinic up here, which we can put in some other stuff. Childcare, how's that looking? That looks okay. Elder care, that looks okay. Death care, we might want to look into putting another death care up here. Okay, so we can put in this gymnasium up here, like that, and we'll also put in the community pool. Actually, I want to put the community pool over here. Just put it over here by the school. Kind of like that idea. That'll help them with their medical needs. So that should be pretty well rounded for those people. Then vision works. Let's see, fire is okay, emergency services is okay, education, oh, that's public library. We're actually reaching our capacity for elementary, which is interesting, and I think the reason that it's not lit up is because of the time. It is not time for them to be in school, so the schools are closed, basically. Oh, amazing! We are a boom town, or big town, which means now we can do a trade school, which is super exciting. We also can unlock another square if we want to, but now we can get campus areas and we can build ourselves a trade school, which we're definitely going to do. We can also do some IT clusters and stuff like that. And I also think we can get, we can start getting into some high density. Awesome. Amazing. And we have blimps now. Fishing island. Cool. Toll booths. We have all of the disaster stuff now. Aquatic center. That's kind of cool. So yeah, we have tons of cool options now. We also have a lot of unique buildings now. So we're definitely going to want to place all of those. Let's look at our industry. We have a little bit more demand for industry. We have about 15 minutes left for the stream, so I want to sort of pick something to kind of round out today's stream. So we can get rid of these houses. People will be happy about that. You don't have water, you poor little thing. The one little house that doesn't have water. Yeah, these houses are growing. They are rough, but they are growing. So I think it's just education. Make sure your education facilities can handle all potential students, and they can. So I'm just not sure why it's not upgrading. Who knows? Maybe when we put down a university, they'll all upgrade, because I want to put a university in, and I think a cool place to kind of put one is right here, because I do want to build housing on this side as well. Over here, how's everybody doing? Okay, so what I want to do then, I guess what we'll do to finish up this area is kind of finish out all of these buildings and make sure everything is put in here. So let's go see what we have. We do have the large crop fields now. So we might be able to squeeze those in like this area as well as this area here. So let me go into roads and let's see. So we are using roads with trees. Cycling paths, that's what we're using. So let me go grab the cycling paths, and I think we're gonna have another entrance kind of go in over here. Maybe we can have it kind of go up to connect to that road there. Is that like a 90-degree? It's 82. That's 80. So that would be 90. But we want this to kind of connect to that road there. So we'll do that and connect it up. And this is the path road with trees. So we'll do this. We'll kind of have this go straight across like that. That's what I want. I'm just going to draw this straight through so we can connect it up smooth. No. No. I want to delete the road. Dexter Street, please. There we go. So that road will kind of go up like that. And then let's see how big those large farms are. Large farms. They are quite large. So we can put a couple in like here. I think that fits well. Then we can put maybe a big one in like that and a couple small ones in. So it's like a nice big crop field over here. Yes, you guys need water. Yes. Wait. Oh. There we go. So we have a nice crop field there. And maybe what I can do, let me actually go in here. I want to adjust this just a bit. So let's get the cycling road. And I want to build this off of that, which is actually this road. We want to use this one. And then we can connect it up. Just like that. So it kind of snugs around that just a little bit. And then this road here, I don't mind that. We can probably put some trees in there. So we have these farms over here. Nice. And then where I want a road to go around this back. So this is the storage facility. So I want to move this over just a bit so we can actually build this road. And we're using the cycling paths. So it's going to come out like here. And this one is going to come out like here, which I do need to move this. Oop, let me actually select all these options, and I want to move this tower like over here. Let's move that up like that, and I'm going to connect this road. We might have to move that one too. I want to connect these roads with the curve tool, I think. Maybe not. Let's use the straight tool really quick and kind of pull this out a little more, and then we'll use the curve tool. There we go. And so yeah, I will have to move this. I'll just kind of squeeze it over here. There we go. Okay, so we have all this area now to work with, which I think what we'll do is sort of put some animal pasture. We do have some of these orchards. I want to put these orchards in. So let's get like a couple of these large ones in here. And then we have the flour mill, which I don't think we need to put another one in, or do you think we need to? Yeah, sure, let's squeeze in another flour mill. But let's do it on like a side road. So let me grab like a little road like this. We'll kind of pull it through here. Something like that. And then we'll put that flour mill on the edge there like that. Cattle shed. I don't think we need the cattle shed yet. That turns animal product into meat. Actually, so then we probably do. Can we put the cattle shed on like this? Oh, we can. Let's do that. Milking and the slaughterhouse. Okay. So what else do we have? We have this large silo thingy. I want to put that in somewhere. Ooh, will that fit in nicely there? It will not. What about... I want to squeeze this in somewhere. I feel like it would go good right there. But that building is in the way. Let's put it there. So it's like kind of combined with that silo as well. I kind of like that. Cool. That's going to be kind of a busy road. What is this saying? Nope, we don't need the move it mod. Not enough raw material. How do we not get enough raw material? Crops. Pig breeding, production rate. Doesn't this produce crops? Okay, so this takes crops, and then that produces that. So that we need crops. What does this produce? This produces crops as well. So we produce crops, and then they get sent to the animal pasture where they get made into animal products. And then we can also send crops to the cattle shed to get made into animal products. And it gets sent to the flour mill to be made into flour. And then all three of those things get put in here to be made into pastries. Okay. And the slaughterhouse also turns crops into animal products. Okay. So it sounds like we might need to put a few more animal pins in. So let's do that. I like this little barn. It's kind of cute. Put it over here. So let's go grab some large animal pens and see how big they are. They are massive. I don't think I want to put them super close to the barracks like that. So I'll put them there. We can move this rock. Move it over here. I think that should be fine there. It's probably going to be super loud. Yeah, we need to put water in there. So we'll do that. Ooh, we do seem to be having a problem here. A little bit of traffic. So what we can do, I think, to fix this is if we go in here and let me turn off that. So if people want to go to that, they have to come from this side. And that will help kind of spread out that traffic, I think. I think that's the only place we're seeing that kind of traffic. Okay, so we have these animal sheds. Let me throw in some of those barns because they're kind of cute. Small barn, large barn. Throw in a barn over there. Maybe we can throw in a barn. Oh, we don't have any money. Okay. Throw in a barn over there. And then what we can do is, let me make sure that this district is spread over here. So industrial district. Oh, I didn't realize I made it massive. Okay. Well, we don't need, like, all of that. Ooh, am I painting one? No, I want to get rid of it. We don't need all of this. We definitely don't need all of that. Or any of this. That's sort of our farming area. Okay. So, Emerald Fields. Are we making money? We're still not making money. And I think the biggest thing is workers. We just don't have any. How do we get workers? I guess we gotta move people in. We have this whole area of people moving in, but I guess they don't prefer to work in the industry. Okay, how can we squeeze more people in over here? What? What is this building? Weird. It's supposed to be a house, isn't it? Why did it do that? I guess what we can do is kind of try and go back and put in some, like, rows back there. So I'm going to use these rows. Kind of go back like this, because there is a church there, so of course we can't build. Let's come up here. We'll come across to, like, there. I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna bulldoze these power cores. We should not need them all the way through the back anymore. Okay, because the power should be connected all through here. Yeah. Like that. So that should be fine. And we just kind of need it to go that way. So what we're going to do is let me connect up these roads like that. And then we're going to move this water tower. Again, I'm going to move it like, let's move it like over here. And then these houses will need water back here. So let's see if people are willing to move in here. Let's just fill all that in with housing. Yeah, and we'll do those ones there. So that should all be housing. Let's see if people are willing to move in. Let me make sure the district is still set up. So these people should still be in this district. Oops. Oops. We'll do that. Sort of skate back there. There we go. So we should be able to get a whole bunch of people in here. And they will come and work here. Which, can we see now how our workers are doing? We just need like 300 more people. Which we're actually losing people right now, which is interesting. Yeah, so we're losing people, but it looks like we're gaining people now. Let me speed the game up. Yes, so now we have people moving in. We're gaining people. Amazing. Are we getting workers in here now? Mm-hmm. Yes, we're getting workers in here. We're probably going to need more. We're making money. Oh, cool. Our industry is making money. Awesome. I think one way we can help reduce the need for workers is kind of cleaning this up. Because we put those in there, and that was a lot. Could that fix that? Our need for workers, or it still says we need that many workers. I thought this like had workers in there. I guess that wasn't enough. Like the little ones, how the little ones have 20 workers. So that would have been 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 6, 8. That would have been like 80 workers. It's okay. What I'm gonna do in here is do a little tiny dirt road kind of through here. Yes, and I'm gonna put industry on this road like that. I think we'll put some industry on these roads as well. Just some small little shops like that. And then we'll fill that in with some unique factories, which let's look at those. We have the lemonade factory, which we can't make right now because we're not producing glass. Which where is glass produced from? I don't even know. Clothing factory, we are not producing plastics. We can't make that just yet. And the food factory, which we need glass and paper. So we can't make those just yet. Just the bakery, but that is fine. Do we have enough workers yet? We are getting there. Maybe we should. So is everybody moved in here? Everybody moved in. There's still a few spots. Still a few spots to move into. But I think we need some commercial. We also do have a little bit of industry demand. What if we throw some commercial in these areas? Sort of like here. And then we move these wind turbines. Let's move them like over here and over here. Yeah, we can fill that in. So we'll get some commercial there for the industry area. And let's see. We're almost at enough workers. Are we gaining workers still? Looks like we're losing. We're kind of hovering at about that mark right there. There's still some room for people to move in. So I don't think we need to expand just yet. Is this the school? I want to push that over just a little bit so we can push the road out from here. Because I want to pull it out like this. sort of build that back, and we'll make that, nope, we'll make that residential as well. Just to kind of get a few more people in here, because I really want to get the industry completely functioning. We're producing a decent amount. Looks like animal products is the most that we're producing. Are we getting any more workers? Can't tell. I think they just went down. So it's like hovering there. Ooh, we need some water over here. Yes, yes you do. Maybe if we put some parks over here, people will be a little happy because it's actually very low quality right now. So I'm going to try and place some parks in these places where people haven't moved in yet. Squeeze a soccer field into that. Maybe a tennis court sort of over here. Excuse me, we're gonna put it in here. So that gives that, and if we upgrade, that means we'll be able to have better more people in the houses. So let's see what here. We do have some small parking lots we could throw in, like some really tiny ones. We also have these tiny little gas stations we can like squeeze into like these spots that like there's no houses in. So let me see. Let me kind of go around here and find some small spots where houses haven't moved in and put in these little gas stations. Let's put a little gas station there. Yes, they are loving this. Okay, so let's put another little gas station in. Building must be placed on roadside. I'm trying. Put a little gas station there. And we can squeeze one in. Over here? No. We do have these little 1x1 parking lots, and we can try and find some spots to squeeze those in as well. Let's see. We just need to find some spots where there's like a tiny little square open. Which doesn't look like there's many anymore. At least not on the roadside. Which this side of the area is already good. So let me just place some parks there. Just kind of trying to find these busted little houses that are like glitched out. I'm gonna put some parks on there. Put some parks there. Oop, ran right there. Oops. Did not mean to do that. So let's get rid of that. So how is that helping land value? It's a little better. Trash is still a problem, but what we can do is put in the little tiny ones like this, which we can probably squeeze that one in some of these spots. Yeah, we can put the trash there. And let's put some trash collection. Yeah, we'll put 2 of them right there. And then we can squeeze some trash collection in there. So there we go. So that should sort of help that area. Okay, so do we get enough people now? Are there more people moved in? What is this problem? No more room. Oh, okay. So we'll empty those. I didn't realize they were like landfills. Trash is piling up. Yes, they are on the way. They are on the way. I guess we should get like an incinerator. Large recycling center. Large incineration. Yeah, we should probably get this like large recycling center to kind of process these this trash. We'll get that there. And that should work. Wow, look at all this traffic driving around. How cool. I don't think we have any traffic hotspots, do we? Ooh, we do. Oh my gosh, look at that traffic. Which we do have a little bit more residential demand, which we could fill out this like last stretch of kind of housing back here. Just kind of fill out this last bit here. I'm actually gonna move this over, sorry, so that we can build this road out. We'll just kind of connect that. I'm gonna move this over here, and then we'll residential all this. There we go. And that should pretty much be like the last bit of residential over here that we will put. And it should help round out the rest of that industry need for people. So I'm just going to pull that around. And we should see a bunch of people coming in here to work now. And that should get things done a lot quicker. And we're actually making profit now. Awesome. Okay. So we just gotta wait for these people to move in, and that's pretty much it for today. I think we're gonna wrap it up. We'll just kind of fill out the last of this stuff, and it'll just kind of do what it needs to do. Let me do that, but I do want to pull this off. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I'm just gonna kind of fill in these last bits of industry area. Like that. That'll kind of be the last of it. So that is Chestnut Heights. Does that whole area get covered by this? Okay, yeah. So there we go. So Chestnut Heights is sort of our generic industry, and then we also have this industry that is still struggling to get people in there. But I think in general, so what is the problem here? So trash is piling up, yes. But what is your problem? Not enough buyers of product. So basically, we're just gonna have to fix that next time. Not enough buyers of product, basically. Not enough buyers of product. So that will fill out with people, which it looks like it is. Now that the sun is up, which they don't build at night. So we're basically going to have a huge boost to people. And we should see this having enough workers now, because all those people are going to come work here. I think our biggest problem is having not enough uneducated workers. But yeah, so what we'll pretty much do next stream is I think we'll put in, we're probably going to have to do some traffic fixing. There seems to be having a little bit of problem with that right now, which we might need to sort of put on some yield. Make sure that they know that they don't have the right of way. Yeah, we'll have to do some traffic fixing. It's starting to get a little bad right here and over here, which makes sense because this is sort of our main road connecting us to this area, which also, yeah, well, that's probably one of the big reasons is this road is supposed to be like turning lane only, which actually I don't even think they can turn in there, so that goes straight. Yeah, this is not supposed to have a straight lane as well. So that is probably one of our biggest problems right now, which they're supposed to be sort of divvied up into turning lanes and not turning lanes. So let me see if I sort this out. Does that help? That one is a coming out area. So basically we have designated turning lanes is the whole reason I did the road this way. And then that comes this way, which we don't really have that many people going out. And then does this have designated turning lanes? Yes. So that's why the traffic isn't so bad over here. But that should help clear up that area because basically people will be able to sort of bypass. And we can see people using multiple lanes now. And they weren't before. Yeah. So that is pretty much working. I think the biggest problem right now is that these intersections are so small that they can't really fit through it. So I'm going to make these really big so people can sort of just glide through them. So we'll do that, and then I'm going to come over here, do the same thing. Because we want them to pretty much just glide through. So we'll do that. Let's see if that helps. So they don't have to slow down, basically. Oh, I paused the game. I was like, what happened? What we might be able to do as well is pull this up so it's not like a complete... Yes. Yes, that did help. So they don't have to slow down to turn, basically. Cool. So there we go. Traffic cleared up. But yes, I'm going to wrap up the stream because we did go a little bit over. But we also did start a little late, but it's okay. So to next live stream, which will be next Monday, we are going to basically try and build ourselves a trade school. And I want to do that kind of like right on the other side of this road here. I think would be kind of a cool spot to put the trade school, would be like right in this area. And then we can kind of put some like more suburban housing there, or maybe a little bit more lower class suburban area, sort of near the Chestnut Heights. Or maybe we can do some commercial and stuff like that. But yeah, so that is pretty much it. And then also our next milestone, which we're kind of close to, is 11,000 people, which we should hit in the next live stream, definitely. And then we'll pretty much move on to that education shift, and we're going to kind of start moving in this direction because now we do have high density buildings. So probably on the other side of this, we'll kind of start with some high density. I think the best way to transition into that is kind of doing an area of like high-rise band high density, and that's kind of like large apartment complexes that are like 2 or 3 floors. So like it's kind of like a subtle rise to the high density. So that's pretty much what we'll do. I think we'll just kind of work on this area right here in the next live stream, kind of doing some more residential here, the trade school here, and then sort of filling out this area here. So that seems to be the plan. But yeah, so let me go ahead and switch over to the end of stream. Let me get a nice place to view our kind of area over here. Let's go here. Nice. Yeah. Oops, I forgot. I have to do this first. Let me switch to the end of stream. Okay, so we're gonna wrap up the stream. So thank you to everybody who stopped by. It was really fun having everybody here. So we got a lot done. I'm really happy, and like I said, next stream we'll do the things that I want to do over on the other side of the city. The next time I plan to stream City Skylines will be Monday, coming up Monday, and I stream City Skylines on Monday and Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern time, and I stream Planet Zoo on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 2 p.m. Eastern time. So hopefully you can stop by tomorrow for my Planet Zoo stream. We're working on our Australia area, so it's been really fun. And I'm not sure what we're going to be doing tomorrow, but maybe we'll do like cassowaries, maybe something like that. And then Friday I do have my wildcard stream, which I'm going to be playing some board games and stuff. So hopefully you can stop by. If you ever miss one of my live streams, I always post them on my YouTube channel, so you can always go watch them there. And I also always post updates to streaming on my Twitter, so you can always go there. What just happened? I just like paused my game. You can always go there if you need updates about what I'm doing, or if I'm not streaming, or if you come on here and I'm supposed to be streaming and I'm not, go check my Twitter. It is always on there. So yeah, hopefully I will see you at the stream either tomorrow. If not, I hope to see you at the stream on Monday for more City Skylines. If I don't see you, I hope you have fun doing whatever you are doing, and I wish you all the best.